With these cool glasses I was able to kill that rat in your computer.
I am now going to assault your mind with subliminal messages. Sorry you had to see that.
What if we move that pool to the other room and that frees up an area?
Okay, and you're talking. So you're talking like moving some setups over here, and then we have a T over on this
Exactly,
room?
exactly. Let them run the bracket, freeze it up, freeze up the time.
Boring. Here's what you really want.
How many characters does he have? What I've already been
Literally, and
Oh my God,
the round's over. Oh! He killed him. That's it.
Round one. Fight.
Colorado here, they're going to be like that. As Zero continues to do work.
Well, yeah, and it's just like a little bit different. Like we see.
You said slick, was that slick? Slick, that's what he calls people. Slick.
So here you are, outside. The great offline. The place where grass should be touched. It's great. You can see why they told you to get off of ranked. Unplug your stick, make yourself a cup of Okizeme coffee, go outside and breathe that air. Think about the great tasting coffee you're about to have, with beans sourced from Guatemala and Colombia, made into a rich texture fantastic for any time of day. Think about their many options they have available depending on your mood, from the sweetness of their light attack roast to the strong, eye-opening effects of their Wake Up Super Dark.
What is good, Skyfarers? It is us here at Kanme Esports, bringing you some good old Wednesday night Granblue Fantasy versus Rising action, part of Kanme Clash, the online weekly series that Kanme Esports puts together every week on Wednesdays. And taking you through this edition, right before CEO, is going to be myself, Zoma, coming from Data, and above me, Varys. How are we doing?
What up? How we doing? Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. Looking forward to CEO this next weekend. I cannot wait. I hope that we have some good Granblue. I know that we were talking ahead of time. Bit of a smaller bracket today, probably because of the set of flights that the players are probably going to be taking to get to CEO tonight. But those left behind still battle it out, or those who are going to be catching a flight, you know, towards the Thursday or Friday are going to be chilling tonight. But looking at our bracket here, we have some really, really good games. But before we get into the action, we'd like to thank some sponsors, starting off with Zenny Optical. Zenny has a new promotion on. You can unlock great deals to save off your next Zenny purchase with code Kanme at checkout, and you can see how that works down below. I believe the last one that we had was 15% off with code, and now it scales up based on the amount of sunglasses, lenses, or frames that you purchase. So up to 50% off, or 30% off there, 25% off. My goodness, my eyes are not working. I obviously can help with Zenny. But moving on from that, we've got Okizeme Coffee Company. You can improve your wake-up options with Okizeme Coffee Company. They got plenty of choices for roasts, all coming from great places across the world. You can use code Kanme at checkout to get 15% off your order. And of course, we gotta mention the Kanme Studios Kanme store, which you can visit at the QR code that you can see on screen there. You can feel free to visit for any merch for your favorite games, including Granblue Fantasy versus Rising. If you just scan the QR code there on screen and use code Kanme10, you can save 10% off your entire order. And of course, we have Sandia Showdown. If you are in the Albuquerque, New Mexico area, or even if you are abroad somewhere close by, make sure to pull up August 29th and August 30th. That's about 2 weeks away. Now, in Albuquerque, New Mexico, all the games are there on your screen. Great time, great people over there with the Albuquerque FGC. But if you're looking for something a little closer to home, hey, what could we expect there, Zoma?
Well, we could expect a good old Cantor. I know we were missing out on some Granblue action over in Sandia, but we got it in spades for Kanme on my online clashes. Cantor number 2, 2-star GBVS World Tour event. And it's an official World Tour event, so the points will be part of the official leaderboard going towards getting that spot at the Side Games Cup at the end of the tour circuit. So definitely make sure to check out the signups that are opening soon as part of the Kanme Online Clash series and Contour going on. And speaking of other stuff going on with Kanme Online Clash, we're adding Tokon to the lineup. Absolutely. On Fridays, it's going to be some good old Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. Going to be part of the weekly rotation. A whole new tournament series will be starting on August 21st. So right after we get back from CEO, it's time to get in there. Throw down with your favorite web slinger, pumpkin thrower, whichever character that you want. Either way, just make sure that you're part of the auction online Kanme Clash Tokon, you know it, and some more good action for Kanme. Tokon will be a part of this. Kanme Week will be happening when we get back from CEO. So part of the first Tokon bracket is going to be a whole week of some good old gaming Tekken, Granblue, and then Tokon finally. Next Monday, it starts celebrating Kanme. It will also be the first week they run 3 online events. Kanme and their partners have teamed up to provide all these for the community. So enter next week for Tekken, Granblue, Tokon, $100 pot bonus for Tekken, $200 plus a free registration for SQXL for Granblue on that Wednesday. And then on Friday, of course, is going to be that $200 pot bonus and a free Okizeme Coffee Company care package. So definitely go ahead and go to Start GG. Any of the links to get part of Kanme Week. And the top 3 of each game will also get a pair of Zenny glasses. So sounds like a good deal to me. And then finally, we have the Matcherino for tonight's bracket. Definitely make sure to use that exclamation point Matcherino in the chat. All of the proceeds will go straight to the players. You can claim free codes. 25 cents will get added to the pot. Only costs a dime of your time. Nothing out of your pocket or wallet. Just make sure that these players who are showing up right before CEO, getting their last minute reps, get some good old reward in the monetary fashion. Of course, we do it for the love of the game, but regardless, it'd be really nice if you could spare some time, or if you're feeling generous, direct contribution. And finally, we always like to keep it fun here. We got the bounties. Gotta love the bounties here at Kanme Online Clash. Got the hamster bounty. I think that's my favorite one, doing 80% for a comeback combo. And of course, it's going to be difficult because it's coming from Curbio, but you get a reward for it. Same with any other bounty here. So if you are in the bracket, you enter, you do one of these bounties, do the description that's allotted to it, and you could possibly get a reward from Kanme and their partners. So definitely keep an eye out if you're entering or watching to see all the exciting action related to the bounties. But regardless, Varus, we're going to have a great tournament regardless.
Yeah, sounds great. All of those bounties, every time I see them, are always the funniest thing in the world. And I don't think I've seen any claimed just yet. I have seen a couple of people attempt the 3 characters in one set, but yet to be seen to work. So Hopefully we can see one tonight. We have a smaller bracket, so this is a great time to try and claim some of those bounties. But for right now, we have Belfoy Boy versus Icebound. That is Soriz versus Siegfried. Some big boys. Some big boys and big damage we're going to be seeing on the screen here today. I am like cautiously optimistic with how long this is going to go. I don't think this is going to be a very long one, Zoma.
Nah, it could really be over in a matter of seconds if you get a big, close, heavy counter hit with Siegfried, or just really get a good starter with a lot of the burst options like the Jet Punch, and you're close enough to the corner as Soriz. It could be disaster for you at SummerSlam, but both characters do have the advantage of having higher health. Siegfried just in the vanilla sense, and then Soriz when he gets the added stocks and gets to go into install, definitely becomes a lot more tanky of a character. But we will see what is going to be in effect between these two. So our first match, the Battle of the S's, who will be the S-rank competitor, moving on in the winner's side of things between Soriz, Siegfried. Here we go, viewers.
Here we go. Round start is going to be what tells it all. 6XM to start it off. Oh, and then, yeah, you cannot spot dodge that. The medium fireball will catch you out. Up the pressure in the corner here, fighting their way out. Belfoy finally looks to get back to mid-screen.
Looking for the good old 2-1-4. Love my neutral. Go play it for me. That and the fireball could be what could be very dangerous for Soriz to try to play into. We got up close, immediate BC, looking for that jet counter one more time, but denying the R press with the DP.
Honestly, a good outcome for Belfoy Boy. There's just a DP on reaction there. This would have spelled death for sure with that SSBA ready to rock and roll. Or SBA, I should say. But now we're pushing back into the corner. Belfoy, big hit from Icebound. No SBA required, not even a single drop of the meter needed for that combo. Icebound up the first round.
Yeah, having that fireball, really any of the variants is really good in the corner. The ult one will give you that bounce that will keep him in the air for the combo. Oh, but the heavy DP is going to be baited out this time. Got it the first time they went for it, but second time, no doing.
Oh, man. Oh, no, but we're not watching our toesies. We're finally able to escape out of the corner. Icebound now able to get a corner combo of their own. Pretty both blow for blow here. Fighting their way out, Belfoy. Kind of just walking it back there, and the whip punish doesn't hit fully.
Oh, catching the startup on the 2-1-4. But we always have that 2U, the trusty match option from Siegfried, and then take them all the way to the corner with the 50-meter, deliver them to the right side of the screen, and now keep them locked down. Good tech on the throw here, but time might be running out if Siegfried finds the 2M, but it's going to be the swift kick to the jaw. Soriz finds the round 3.
Yeah, that far heavy really puts in numbers. Of course, using the split kick right at the beginning, I believe just 6-5 frames. It's very, very fast. But all of a sudden, we're in this corner again. Belfoy accidentally slipping up and letting Icebound jump right over. Nice whiff punish. Gonna be able to push almost all the way over to the next corner. Ooh, the air stall called out.
Dodge on the fireball, playing a lot better around the medium version this time around, not getting tagged by it. BC to keep Soriz or Siegfried back at mid-screen, but you're right back into the corner. But the dodge on the 6XL enabling the full brunt of the punish. But it's not going to be quite enough to kill. I would say if I knew routing, good optimization there to end Soriz's life and get a game 1 victory on the board for Belfoy Boy. Okay.
Just that little squeak of damage to close out the game. You love to see it. Belfoy, obviously very, very trained on this character. You get that off of very specific hits, and that 2M dash punch extension is always something we like to see. I'm just shocked it did exactly enough damage to kill.
Yeah, I wasn't even sure if they would get the 2M there. I'm not going to lie. I was like, okay, so how did they finish this off? Because I don't know where Siegfried's going to fall. But yeah, getting that extension, that was really clutch. Oh, but here we go. Really clutch to have 4 stocks in the tank. Now being a lot more liberal with that 5U usage. Icebound going to have to be very careful with starting offense now.
Yeah, exactly. It's not necessarily that 5U is the best risk return, but also at the same time, it's not the worst, right? Representing it, allowing it so that, you know what? Hey, my enemy has to know that I have this option. It's always a mental game, especially as we get deeper into these games. This is a first 3 bracket, always has been. I hope always will be. You gotta play those mental games. Oh, speaking of the mental game! Oh my God, you're dead! You're dead!
Yep. that's the power of 2-2-U, baby. Just gonna run up, get the throw bait, and that's gonna be the end for you, man. Look, I've seen at every level that just delete people. Doesn't matter who's playing, what character they're playing. If you reach into the cookie jar, nothing sweet's gonna be ready for you at the end of it, man. But here we go.
Not.
Mind your manners in this neutral, and mind the fireball as well. Like I said, tough to play around for Soriz, and Icebound knows it, gonna be able to seize advantage off of it.
Yeah, I've been liking this neutral that both players have been playing, right? Standing outside of their respective 2M range. Oh, man, but the defense is not looking as solid as Icebound is probably going to be able to close this out. SBA just to close out that little bit of damage. Take that round.
Yeah, I'm glad that they were able to pull that through because I think the 214 was on cooldown, so they were trying to go into the charge version off of the counter hit. Wasn't available to him, so they only got that 5H, but still able to find the hit to close it out. And looking to close out game 2 in a similar fashion in the left coast corner. Going to be able to get the whip punch for the 2. Oh! But again, missing on the combo, picking it up anyway.
Again!
Oh my God!
Slip out. Belfoy finally able to start the pressure, but we're going to be very, very ginger. This is a Siegfried with 100 meters ready to go. Icebound now jumps to the other side, going to take the corner for himself. Easy combos. Easy does it, yeah. Raging Strike, Raging Chain never lets you down. Even in high-stress situations, baby, you can always rely on her.
Yep. Stabilize the combo and stabilize the set count, 1 apiece even on the balance. And now we will see who tips the scales here. Looking for that round start 6-6M. Already pushing Soriz back into the corner. That's been Icebound pretty much most of the last few minutes of gameplay. It's just been them taking it to Soriz, who is being very patient, but a little bit too handsy with the 6XL there. Icebound gonna win the war there.
Yeah, exactly. And you've seen that Icebound's been getting out of this corner with really, really deep jump-ins. And Belfoy not able to replicate the same success, mostly due to Siegfried's great ability at anti-airing, probably just scared of that damage output. But if you stay on the ground, it's going to be a lot of the same. Icebound getting a lead in this set for the first time.
Battle 2.
Yeah, that 2M is putting in a lot of work because, like you said, it's been denying the aerial approach with the threat of the anti-air. So you try to play on the ground, that 2M can jail you. And that's something that Soriz likes to play into with their own 2M. But Siegfried's just a little bit better. Now we're trading a little bit of blows at that mid-range. You're going to get a big one here. Finally going to be able to get the whiff punish with the ultimate jet punch.
Yeah, get it out of here. We're going back to mid-screen. Brave counter. Get me back to the corner. Brave counter back. This is Granblue Gaming, baby. We're pushing back to that mid-screen, trying to find those openings. Each player really is just looking for something to happen.
I'm not even going to play the even game. Just going to do Fire H into the install. We want to kill this guy now while we can. Oh, 6XL gonna hit, but not gonna be able to pick up off of it, giving Soriz a little bit more chance to get right back in and punch out the remaining green on the health bar. Soriz up now in game 3.
Yeah, we're trying to make something happen. Both players are just playing stonewall defense. We're not letting anything out, not letting anything in. Icebound also playing pretty stonewall offense. We're not taking any options with that stance. We're always so scared of everything. 6XL and 2M are our only options that we can choose here. And honestly, I respect it. Get some plus frames.
Bro.
This is so scary. They both know that as soon as whoever wins these next couple interactions just wins the game, wins the corner.
Yeah, because you were alluding to the big damage at the outset. It's just, you know, with the right touch, you can perish. And here's a good touch right here. The 2U, but not going to be a good enough touch to get the full cinematic. So no diamonds off the board. but it's a win in our favor. Belfoy boy, even though they took the reversal super, not the worst outcome in the situation. So 2-1. Look at that set point here if they can keep it going.
You know what? A lot could be said about the pressure in this game, but one thing that is for certain at high level and low levels, run up, do nothing, hit low, like a couple seconds later, must be the best pressure string in the entire game. Belfoy just ran up, no fear in his mind, waited for the DP, wasn't there, tap his toes, easy peasy.
It's like one of my favorite, I think it's from Smash, where it's like, did you just walk up and forward smash? It's like when you just walk up, do nothing. There's nothing scarier in fighting games than just doing absolutely nothing. But when you got 50%, you want to do a little bit of something in the form of that DP. You can't do it otherwise. And we're just going to do the swift roundhouse fang. We're not going to get a lot out of it, so we're going right back to neutral, and that's where we slam the sword, baby.
Yeah, it's a really, really good tool for Soriz with the roundhouse fang. Able to be active frame 5. Frame 5. The same as a jab, everybody at home.
You saw him get the punish on that 667, and I was like, dude, that is great. Oh, Far H looking for it, but now we're getting that install.
The diaper
First
install.
time this set.
Oh my God!
In the air. Oh, but the DP not gonna be enough to kill because we're at install.
The install stocks are way up. No, and the alt DP comes out. The chip kill. I don't even think it was chip. He just died. Oh, Belfoy going down that round. Icebound holding it down in the corner. Obviously, I would be clenched up. I would be terrified. Wow, double 5U to call out that whole entire string.
Oh, the shimmy into the far edge gonna land this time around.
Ah, no, not again!
Man, you gotta know. Just take the throw, man. If he's glowing blue, you just got just take it, man. Just relax. He's gonna kill you otherwise.
Oh my gosh, no way.
What?
we're getting peak slop at the end of here. Both players are trying to fight to survive, baby. Die in the game, you die in real life. Soriz, Belfoy boy, up to set point here. Looking to close it out.
Yeah, Icebound, you're gonna need to cool, calm, collect yourself because I know that was a little bit scrambly. Oh, and I say that you let the DP rip. You just wanted Soriz away from you, but again, just not wanting to hold down back against the Macho ultimatum and trying to take to the skies by holding up the 2H counter hit. Are you dead?
Not quite. One throw, one strike could do Icebound in. Final stand here. The 6-6-H goes all the way through the H fireball. I cannot believe my eyes. Icebound now in install. This is the only way that we can make it happen. The regen from install, bringing him out of the chip kill range. But the death by 1,000 cuts doesn't stop there. Belfoy boy with a roundhouse fang closes out the first set, 3-1 over Icebound. Moving on to winners round 2. What a set to open up this Kanme Clash number 32. 34, my goodness.
Man.
I cannot read.
I mean, I know, but there was a read on the soul at the end of the set with the RPS happening. Even on the minus frames, you're just like the roundhouse fang, 5 frames, good crush priority. Like, just, I'm going to let it rip. If I'm wrong, I don't think I'm dead, but if I'm right, I win the set. So, you know, throw a rock against scissors and you win the whole bout. So good stuff there to Soriz and Belfoy boy, who will be moving on.
Yeah, they're moving on, and we're going to be seeing some more good Granblue action. By the way, if you're an Icebound enjoyer, do not fret, do not worry. Down to the losers bracket they go. You can follow their run by typing in !bracket. Go have a look at the bracket. Go see who's playing today. 24 fantastic entrants. But for right now, the only entrants that matter right here on the stream are Chara versus Inspector. We're seeing some real Shoto action up next, all right? We're shifting gears a little bit. We're going to be seeing some neutral. We're going to be seeing some people standing still. I believe that's the base Gran. Is that base Gran?
I believe it is the base Gran, and I put, you know, neutral and standing still in quotes. No, it's EX Gran. Yeah, there's no neutral.
Oh, okay, let's go. Let's go.
Want violence. We
let's
just want
go.
Violence.
This is what I want to see. Oh my gosh, it's 2 of them. There's 2 of them.
Brother, there's 2. What happened to the Percy, man? I wanted to talk about Percy. This guy,
dude,
Inspector,
the commentators got mixed. We got mixed. Oh my god, we were playing double Gex? I'm like sitting in shock. Oh my god.
Yep, it's tail time. We wanted our tail out of the West Coast corner, trying to get the 6XLs here. Battle of the far H's, battle of any poke that we can find between these two. Trading the far lights, and man, this is peak. This is peak.
This is peak. Inspector there on the blue, Chara on the red in the ubiquitous. You know what? The player 2 playing the player 2 color is even better. I think that this might be a match made in heaven. But Chara's going to be sending Inspector straight to hell for this first round. Taking the first blood.
Round start 6-6H. This is EX Grand. This is EX Grand.
This is your brain on EX Grand, baby.
Oh man, 6XL to get us out of the corner here. Just retreating back to neutral, but that's the advantage that regular Grand has over EX Grand. Has more utility in that fireball. Gonna be able to still get the boot, but not the combo after the fact that would have killed Chara, who's gonna run up, get the counter hit far light.
I just realized what is EX and what is not. What is going on? I thought we were seeing 2 EX Grands. I just saw the boot. I'm so caught up in the moment that I'm losing it. You're taking so much damage. You were so dead.
Oh, you're kidding! Like you were just winning, and then EX Grand was like, yeah, but what if you weren't? You know, that'd be hype.
That would be hype. Chara taking game 1, and Inspector not swapping off. Obviously, just letting the battle of the Grands rock here. With the 6XL with punish, but no combo afterwards. Inspector!
This is not his character. This is not his character. I will be nice to him. I will be nice to him. This is not his character. He does not play them. They're on S+5 with 15,200 crystals. They do not enter rank with his character. They don't know how he works.
Who needs ranked? Hold this boot. Swap the corner. Chara, 5U out of the corner. Get ourselves breaking out to this mid screen here. The neutral is immaculate. After 3 6XLs, we see a far medium with punish for Chara to go up another round. Oh my
Running
god.
Right into far heavy though. Both of them have access to that, so you know you got to play into each other's ranges with these normals. Very Shoto as keep them in the corner here. Oh, but really quick I was gonna say 5U because that's EX Grand's DP, but the DP from Grand to get away from the ultimate fireball, but right back into their ultimate lariat, and then the overdrive surge to put them back in the corner. That's so much damage off of that touch.
This is a ton of damage. You die in just a couple hits. Well, here's a couple hits. Inspector going down without much of a fight here. 2-0 for Chara. And looks like we are going to be seeing a no funny business where it's time to swap over. Inspector had their fun. Sandbag a little bit. You got to make it hard for him, right? You got to make it hard for yourself.
No.
Oh my gosh.
No. Please don't be EX Cheetah. It's EX Cheetah too, dude.
Gosh,
I hate this. I hate this so much. I hate this so much.
We downgraded. I don't know what's going on.
I can't believe
Freaking
this.
the red color too.
Burr literally said in the lobby, playtime is over, time to go all out, and then he just says, you know what, I'm just gonna do 2 characters I don't play. And here we go, Chara's not playing around either. Just saying, all right, you wanna give me the opportunity, I'll take it, but I'll take the opportunity to throw you, punish back throw into the corner, but can't make the most of it.
Oh no, we missed, but it doesn't matter, that's plus. Oh, what a game we play for money. There's $2.25 on the line here. You can make more of that if you want Chara to be cashing out. By exclamation mark Matcherino in chat there.
Do we really want to use this to advertise the Matcherino? Do we really want to use this to
We have accusations of win trading in chat, okay? Like, what am I supposed to do? Inspector, great player by their own right. Obviously, very convinced of their skills on this character. And against anybody else that wasn't Chara, I'm sure that it would shine. But Chara's just not really feeling it. They don't care. Everything's so immaculate so far. We're holding the plus buttons. We're mashing when we need to. We're holding neutral. And just like that. No way.
Bro,
No
you're
way
dead.
you're trolling.
You don't know the combo. You don't know the combo. You don't know the combo. You could have killed, but you don't know the combo. Oh my god, I hate this. I hate this so much, man. You don't. Anyway, that's gonna be Chara moving on 3-0 with
I know the combo. No. It wasn't you. It wasn't you.
It's gonna be Chara moving on 3-0 on the back of immaculate EX Grand play. Gonna be moving on into the bracket, so congratulations to them. Inspector, I pray you don't make it back on stream. I pray you don't make it back on stream.
I left that hard in a long time. That was like good medicine. That was awesome. Not a very clippable set. Now put it in. It goes in the VOD. That goes in the VOD. Right? I need a high level Granblue replay vulture to just nab that one and put it up immediately. I need every single S+5 player to learn from that set right there. The
number
phenomenal
one
play.
number one ranked EX Gita.
So it looks like that set it was over before the first game of losers round 1 has finished. So it's gonna be a little bit of a break here before we dive into our next game. I'm like at a loss for words. What's happening?
I just like I don't hate the concept of it. Like the idea of it is funny, but then I think I got mad when they had the 5H counter hit, and I was like, it's Jita. Like it's Jita. Surely you know auto combo lariat, auto combo fireball lariat into super, right? And then they just completely whiffed on the auto combo, and I was like, then I was just like, I hate this.
I think even just button like auto combo super would have killed. I'm like almost 100% sure medium auto combo super would have killed. Oh, Chara, don't worry. No. We're not talking about you. I mentioned multiple times. You did quite well during that. You're holding your own quite well. The topic of conversation does not pertain to your gameplay, trust me.
No, the EX
fantastic.
Grand was doing work. The EX Grand did work. The EX Grand did work. So
it did work.
Shouts out to you.
We were holding down neutral super hard. We were stopping approaches super hard. We were crushing every button that normal Grand and Jita have, right? You saw multiple 2Ms just get 5H crushed, right? We're playing neutral. We're playing good. But now we're going to cleanse our brains of this. Move into the next set. We have Models versus Sin. This is another giant swing to a different direction. We're like a pendulum over here, all right? We do not stay in the middle no matter what. We're now moving over to Lancelot versus the Zooey. The very, very different matchup. Do you know anything about this matchup, Zona? Is this practice tried and true?
Funny enough, well, in terms of practice, I feel like Sin is one of the most practiced Zoeys that you could possibly find currently on the character. I mean, guy's been playing her since vanilla, very excellent player. Against Lancelot, though, I feel like it's kind of tougher to get him to be locked down from a distance with Dragon because he has access to Turbulence, he has a fireball of his own if he can get the startup going on that. But honestly, I don't feel like there's anything in particular that Sin would be afraid of. It would just be a matter of surviving the storm once Lance gets in. And so far, we're already doing a good job challenging on the Rekka 2, but couldn't quite get enough off of that to really make it count in terms of screen position. So we have to DP to get out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Sin definitely probably the most prolific player of Zooey, at least here in North America. Definitely has a great track record under their belt. And Models, not a name that I have seen a lot so far, but getting to this point, beat Dragalia 3-1 ahead of time. So quite a good performance so far. But we're going to have to see if they can topple the mountain that is Sin, as they should be able to close it. No, okay, we are not spending the meter to kill. Perhaps just a misinput. I'm going to hope Sin just brave countering to regain this neutral. And the DG will close up the round, taking the first blood.
Yeah, Tubby giving us some matchup notes in the chat. Esteemed Zooey player in their own right, basically saying, yeah, with Zooey having access to 6-6H, the armored dash attack, as well as 6-2-3H to kill Lance for trying to take to the skies. I mentioned like the dragon, not really much of an effect, but just having that strong 6-2-3H tool, especially now that you can combo off for it, makes it a little bit more dangerous for Lance to take the skies. But we're staying on the ground here, going to be able to catch, I think that was Sin trying to hold up to get out of the corner pressure, so and be able to get the counter, or not the counter hit, the close heavy into the full SBA combo. Models going to be able to get a perfect on the board after dropping the first round.
Yeah, not bad showing there. Sin trying to get out of what I would assume they were thinking was a fake fireball setup, but not quite. Model's just going for, you know, clean and simple, do a meaty. Sometimes you just need to do a meaty.
Dude, for real, like just keep it vanilla, keep it simple.
Keep it vanilla.
Oh, yeah, but trying to get a little bit cute right there. Just going to get immediately mashed out of the feign attempt right there. Trying to go up and down, but right to the ground you go with the counter hit. Trying to get a fireball to get some space, but we're right back in there. The BC being used offensively. And now, what do you do to get out of it? You try to bet it on a DP, but the immaculate spacing there from Sin makes it very hard for Models to contest at that range. So Sin going to be able to utilize that to take the first game of the set.
Yeah, not a bad showing so far. Sin obviously just looking through everything that Models is trying to do out of the corner there. There are a lot of options that that Lancelot does have, but like you said, against Sin and against Zooey, there's not a lot. 623H definitely does just kill you in the corner and operates at the exact same angle as that wall jump. And even of the turbulence, I'm pretty sure that you can just use it on both options if they take to the skies. So not a great showing so far, but now Models is keeping up the pressure here in the corner and getting a massive counter hit close heavy.
Yeah, the flip side of this too is that with Zooey not having access to a meterless reversal, the strike throw that Lance can put on top of her is really tough for Zooey to deal with, and now that's your best advantage state as Lancelot, and you're able to use that to get that round one victory. Both times Models has taken the round. It's been a swift fashion when they've put Sin into the corner, which is why Sin already feels the onus and the impetus to take Lancelot to their own advantage state and not give Lance a chance to get started.
Yeah, nice spot dodge there, just trying to survive this corner pressure, but Sin's not letting off the gas too soon here. The dragon pressure, the gauge is down, so now Sin just taking a little bit of a backseat, backing up a little bit, really relying on buttons a lot more, but that 63H, like we mentioned, it's going to be a massive stabilizer, and yeah, we're just going to keep it simple, stupid. Raging strike, raging chain all around. Close it out.
Yeah, I was a bit scared because of Lance going to the other side, so it didn't take them to the corner on the route, but still going to be able to close it out there off the back of dumping all of our diamonds in the form of raging strikes. But here we go, striking into the fear of, or striking into the heart of Zooey is the fear that Lancelot does when he gets that first bit of corner advantage, which is why Sin being very aggressive and trying to get out immediately before things get bad.
Oh my gosh, like ships in the night, they pass by each other, but it's going to be Sin who's coming out of that interaction a lot better. Now getting the corner pressure. This is very, very scary. You're going to have to guess constantly. At any point, the roll is caught out. Sin going to be able to close it out and push themselves to 2-0 over Models.
Gotta know the Mario Party mini game when Zooey has you in the corner with Dragon Meter. You gotta know which skill to react to and how to do it, because you pick the wrong option trying to roll through the L Dragon, you run right into the M Dragon, and that's what you get, a big counter hit. Good starter for Zooey in the corner, and good tidings for Sin being up 2-0 here.
Yeah, so far, it hasn't been entirely one-sided. Models has been taking these pretty crazy rounds, but at the same time, most of them have been pretty one-sided for them, and we might be seeing yet another. Starting off the combo in the corner, we're going to be going into some pretty messed up Oki. What are we seeing? That's close medium. Oh, the air-to-air.
Dragon Beam to bring them in. That is a wild touch. Good dodge on the ultimate fireball. Do not let Lance get a chance at starting offense. Oh, but a weird touch on the ult lariat there after the Dragon Beam picked up, but we're still in the corner. This is a really good spot to be in. That's why we want to hop on out of there.
I like that deep jump hit, right? Staying really low, but no, you cannot steal a turn back from Sin. No, surprisingly no animation there for how close it was, but we moved. Definitely not out of the corner, but we move. Models just walking their way in. 6XL does land, but no combo to be seen. 2H should just close it out. Sin moving to set point. What? What? I didn't know you could do that.
All right, setting up shop already, putting out the dragon. Gonna be able to get the whip punish as well. Usher Lancelot into the corner. Already good fortune for Zooey. Gonna build back up that resource by going into the 236U. And then,
oh my gosh,
so
read.
DP, Sin's feeling themselves.
Yeah, trade back. And I'm gonna hope that this is a spectator bug. There might be a game still ongoing here, but we'll have to see here. Just a little bit of technical difficulties on the end here. Maybe it's not Tuesday. No, it's Wednesday.
Yeah, it's Wednesday.
I was thinking Steam maintenance, but it ain't happening right now. It's all right. It's all good. We'll see how the competitors are doing if they got closed out as well in just a sec here. Of course, right at the nail-biter moment of the trading DP for DP in the corner, we'll have to see how that goes. But from what we've seen so far, that does look like a rough matchup for Lancelot. It looks like Zooey has a plethora of options to take him out of the skies.
Yeah, I just didn't. I felt like there were not really a lot of ways that Lance himself could scare her in a unique way. But then when, Tubby highlighted the fact that, the ways that Lance wants to get started, not just play the game, but just wants to get started, Zooey has access to very potent tools and ones that absolutely lead to big damage and corner carry. Can really upset the balance. So it looks like we're going to go right back into things. I imagine that we're going to start with Sin being up around if the two competitors agreed to it. Either way, we will see right here.
That's what I'm going to assume here too. We'll have to see. Oh.
Yeah, that's what we're going to go for.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're doing it. I was like, please not in sync. All right. Yeah, we're going to set up into our game state here again. Get back on track. And we'll likely be seeing the game start from here as they get off to a double fireball start. Wow, Sin just sticking out that far M, sticking right out nice and far into Lancelot's reapproach there.
Ooh, beats out the BC by canceling. 6XL to call out the backdash. Sin's been really good about using that to deny any sort of shimmy attempt and resetting pressure after the fact. And going to be able to set up some good pressure as well as we get closer to the left side of the screen with a whole bunch of Dragon Meter at our disposal as we use it to commandeer neutral and call them out. Heavy Dragon Beam, the medium skill, canceling the 236U. We're going right back into the thick of things, baby.
Yeah, we're really getting zoned out here, and all we need is the auto combo for Sin to take down Models 3-0, sending them down into that losers bracket. Still a great showing from Models. Love to see the Lancelot here. Not a common character to see. A nice fight indeed. But yeah, with Sin moving on deeper into our top 8 now, we are going to be seeing some new competitors step up to the sands.
Yeah. What is Sin doing here?
We're doing it. All right.
Popping a squat. Either way.
Popping a squat. Yeah, collapsing and dying. All right.
Yeah, just let the emotes rock. But speaking of rock, we got Galleon coming up on the part of B Tatsu, one of the bigger online representatives of the character. Very strong, very aggressive with the character.
Very aggressive. Very aggressive.
Got some games against them to play more of the matchup because this is a character that I am very famous for losing to. Especially when we go on stream, but no, Bitatsu the homie, big Persona enjoyer. Happy that P4 is getting a remake for them.
True.
But on the other side, Bellyfoy boy coming back up to stream with the Soriz.
Yeah, Belfoy stepping in. Also a Canadian representative. Looking forward to seeing you, sir, at UMAD next week. Looking forward to it indeed. If you are in the Canada area, by the way, the Montreal area, please step down to UMAD. Come support the French-Canadian scene. I know that it's, Canada's a little ways away, but we still got a scene over here, and we got a lot of Sorizes. A lot of Soris and a lot of fairies. So maybe, depending on your type matchups, don't come down here.
Yeah, if you're Catalina, you'd probably enjoy going up to Canada, but results may vary. But we will see how the Soriz fares up against the Galleon here. I am very interested to see how Tatsu plays this because, again, like we noted, very aggressive player, but there are a lot of ways that Soriz can sort of not let you do that. But, I mean, look, we're all equal in the eyes of the Primordial Grasp. Just as I say that, 2 ways to get started, no combo after the fact, but Belfoy Boy already letting themselves know this ain't gonna be daddy's fight.
Yeah, this ain't gonna be easy at all. Ooh, I like this slight delay on the U punch or just side swap. Never seen that before. But Bitatsu showing that they're a character specialist. Ooh, trying to go for the grab there, but not quite. Belfoy jumping out of the corner and back on the sigil you go. That is a double sigil. This is a very scary situation.
Sit at that 5H range. It's a slower startup, so can challenge if they can find the spot, but it's easier said than done. We do find our way out of there and room to go into install. Setting up away from the seals, but rushing on in, getting past there. But we get BC'd for our troubles right on top of the seal, and the 5U extension going to be able to close it out. 66H enabled because of the very, very serendipitous spot that they were put in.
Yeah, not what Belfoy's looking for, but this is exactly what we've been seeing. The great spacing that they use for this Roundhouse Fang is phenomenal. Like, you see the intentional backdash to ensure that if they jump out of the corner, you're dying for it. 50% off Bitatsu, and now you got to eat this Soriz chip pressure in the corner. And a massive hit to start. We got 50 meter, we got 100 meter. We're gonna spend it all on Bitatsu to take a round for ourselves.
But that's a great note on the Roundhouse Fang, Ferris, because of the great medium or the great mid-range buttons that Galleon does have. Having the access to that Roundhouse Fang to really contest that with both its attack priority and its speed, really, really good to use up against this character trying to find their way in that phase of the game. So Belfoy Boy using that to their advantage, but the far H trying to stuff them. DP gonna deny that, however.
Yeah, especially with the constant time that Bitatsu is using this far heavy, and then all Galleon players use their far heavy. You'll definitely be seeing this spacing repeated a lot. You see it here, right at the tip of that far heavy. And the DP Roundhouse Fang is gonna be able to take it. Belfoy taking the first game on the board in our winner's side.
And I love the flip of the aggression defensively from Belfoy Boy, not giving them the same look on each knockdown that they get. It's either, you know, I'm going to back up so you don't get a muff off your plus frames. I'll be respectful so you feel like you can get time for a command grab. And then right when you think I'm going to be respectful, bam, ult DP. And it's just really important to make it so the grappler doesn't have a lot of comfort in setting up their offense. And there's no comfort being shown here. Belfoy Boy looking very, very cozy, up so much in the health department.
Wow, I love that preemptive spot dodge there. Obviously looking for the far heavy, but ended up catching out a U skill. Almost able to punish it there. Bitatsu feeling the pressure here, down to 15 meter only. Ooh, but this is exactly what they're looking for. They're going to build a lot of that back. We're going to turn the tides here. Huge bit of damage and corner pressure. Set up the sigils. See what we got. Far heavy connect.
Oh, might not be enough, but we're going to be able to get the reset there. The BC bait as well, trying to sit far back, get rim for the install. Now we just sit at that far H spacing range. You're going to have to do a lot more chip because the clothes are off and the defense is up.
We're not watching our toes. Bitatsu takes that round. That was tight there. There was a lot of things that Belfoy can do in the install. A run-up command grab is always on the cards. You have to always be thinking about that. Tatsu just wanted to keep that distance and kind of do everything by the books here. Oh man, we're starting the pressure here. Oh, and the dash punch finally connects here. Belfoy getting a great starter and a great bait on the DP. This should be enough to kill. Raging Strike, Raging Shade with like a sliver. Oh my god. Into the command grab. Oh no. Bitatsu trying to get something started. All we need is one Roundhouse Fang. Yeah, and that's all.
There it is. Oh man, the pixel in the dream is all you need, baby. But unfortunately, you're running into somebody with dreams deferred in the form of that Roundhouse Fang. Varys, you have been highlighting that move each time Belfoy Boy is calling up to stream, and he is definitely making you a truther.
It's almost like it's my least favorite button in this matchup. It's something you always have to think about. It's a great equalizer. It's a combo starter. It's a reversal. It does everything, does your taxes and more. And obviously Belfoy really using it during this tax time here. Bitachi trying to collect, but not going to be finding anything in the bank for Belfoy.
Pushing them back to mid-screen, right out of the range of the leveled up Meteorite. Dodging that one as well, so just minding their manners, but also sacrificing screen space as a result. Finally gonna be able to catch him reaching one more again. Not gonna be enough to kill, but this is gonna be a precarious situation, especially with the hard knockdown off of the counter hit PC.
We're trying to make something happen here. And the far medium after the backdash, gonna be able to close out that game too. This feels like a full set so far with the amount of back and forth that we've been seeing from both competitors. Belfoy just squeaking out of these positions barely by the skin of his teeth. Now able to move up 2-0 in this set. It almost feels surreal from how back and forth the set actually has been.
5U catching them tripping, but a 5U in return to get us some stocks.
But
the charge version gonna get the crumple state, so now we get a little bit more oomph to our advantage if we can find it. But Belfoy boy once again denying it. These burst options, calling out Bitachi, trying to set up at a distance. Gonna have to figure out a different tempo to play at, because right now Soriz is marching to the beat of his own taiko drum.
We're trying to make something happen here in the corner, but absolutely nothing's working. The defense is crumbling, and Bitachi now staring down the barrel of a set point for Belfoy boy. This is terrifying, to say the least. We've been seeing a complete deconstruction of Bitachi's spacing, setups, zoning, everything. Even on defense here, we're not we're not looking for a lot of stuff. Yeah, just as we say it. Getting hit by a lot of the command grabs though. Belfoy, I think 0 for 3 on the 1 for 3 on the command grabs.
Oh man, yeah, commentator's curse is real, but what's been real has been how well Soriz has been playing into this. It's just very interesting because they're forcing Bitachi to slow down, and I feel like they were rather uncomfortable for the last few rounds, but now being able to settle down into things, finally gonna find a spot to place that far H and get the punish at the end of the round to clear things up. But again, the sheer disrespect that is being shown by Soriz while also finding the right times to slow it down. It's just really throwing Bitachi for a loop here.
Oh man, aim to the command grab, can't do that. No combo, thankfully. Bitachi's just gonna take the side swap and continue the pressure, but one more hit like that could kill the spot dodge and make it happen. Belfoy, one more hit. We could be seeing the start of something real, up to 2-1. Bitachi looking like they have some new life in them.
Yeah, far H definitely was the name of the game right there. Standing at that range where it was just very awkward for Soriz to find a way back out, especially when they had no real estate to back up. And now calling out the 5Us with the Primordial Grasp command grab, I think Bitachi might have found their way in.
Yeah, they might have found a little bit of something. I think that we might be spitting. I don't think that Belfoy's really looking for these command grabs. It's so dangerous when the grappler starts grappling. Even strong men cry. And we're back into this corner. This looks so scary. The Roundhouse Fangs break ourselves out of this scary situation. Belfoy just looking for anything, for crumbs off the table of Galleon. Oh my god.
5U gonna get the 6-2-3 off of that to be able to close it out. Bitachi showing such dominance that we hadn't seen prior, and that far H is a big reason why. Gonna be able to get the backdash on the 5U. I think it's the combination of those two that Belfoy boy has not built a response off of yet in these last couple of games that Bitachi has found that they need to leverage in order to really take it to a game 5, and they look like they are well on their way to doing so here.
They really want this reverse 3-0, and they're showing it in this corner pressure. 7 golden letters, perhaps the start of something as they move up to 2-2, bringing us to this game 5. Could we see a reverse 3-0 in our winners quarterfinals?
I mean, it is highly possible. Galleon, the momentum that she gets moves mountains, and that is looking like it's going to be the case here if Belfoy Boy can't shut it down, which is what they're trying to do before they have to get back into that 5H guessing game. And a little bit of hacky sack, but we get the trade of the diamonds to keep them in the corner after a very scrambly situation.
Very scrambly. We're going to be taking a DP, just reset the situation. Belfoy does not want to be eating whatever Galleon has cooking. But we're going to be keeping this quarter pressure. Nice shimmy, should be able to clean up the round. Belfoy on that set point that we saw all 2 games ago. The Kanme Esports account has spoken. We are not seeing a reverse 3-0.
I don't know, though. Look at that 5U pickup and the 5H after the fact. Again, once they get into that spot, I feel like Belfoy Boy, I don't know what option that they're choosing. Is they're either jumping up or 6XLing, trying to get out of the corner. B-Tatsu just sitting out of space where, you know, you're going to have to bet on a far H to catch the startup of the close, far heavy, I should say, rather than trying to 6XL your way out. So, I don't know. Chip is going to add up here. Holding up some 5U, but we get the DP out.
We're trying to make something happen, but Belfoy finds a hit. We do have to look out for so many things here. The DP, everything could just happen. Belfoy trying to find something to happen. Get that little bit of health back. The 1 stock, and it's going to be enough. We have enough damage on deck. Belfoy from 1 HP. Pops the install, gets the health back, and manages to close out the round. Oh my god. That 1 stock.
The Macho Ultimatum reigns supreme right there. Gonna be able to go into install and just absolutely leverage it to its full capacity. Amazing set between those two. B-Tatsu bringing it all the way to game 5 after being down 0-2. But again, once Soriz got started, it was really just momentum being the name of the game. And just, you know, Soriz, once they got in, they just did not let go of the rope, man. It was insane offense from Soriz to wrap things up there.
Yeah, really terrifying through and through that final game. I feel like both players operated sub 50% for most of that, right? I feel like not something that you see too often in Granblue, being a, you know, mid to high damage game, especially those characters. So seeing them both really butt heads and go to game 5 near the end there, you couldn't ask for much better. But now we're going to be moving on to Fidgeties versus Kirigaki, our final game of winners quarterfinals. I hope you are looking forward to the rat. Any rat enjoyers in chat? We do have Fidgeties on screen. I always love to see Fidgeties. Okay, we're doing the Vicola emotes and everything. There's going to be a lot of projectiles on screen. Like, so many projectiles.
Yeah, and some very favorable RNG that Fidgeties does get. I feel like they have a rabbit's foot tied to their controller anytime that they play this character, because it's a spike ball, it's a cannonball at the exact right time. A star as well. Very annoying to play against.
Did you see the Twitter clip of the 5 stars and 7 draws that they pulled?
I could not. I could and could not believe it.
I couldn't believe it. It was unreal. I thought for a second. I think they made a quip about like, oh hey guys, I found the item manipulation code. And I almost believed them.
No, it's gotta be. It's gotta be. There's no other way. But item RNG aside, Fidgety's very strong on Vicola. Definitely one of the premier representatives of the character. A popular character, but one that doesn't necessarily see the most success outside of Fidgety's performances in these online brackets. Up against Kirigaki, another very notable Beelzebub. Character that's not really made for superstition, just one to really expose a lack of matchup knowledge, and Kirigaki definitely does play into that really well if he gets the chance, and so far it's just been all gas, no brakes. Words to Jacob Fatu, the wolf flowing down the house of cheese, Vicola going down for the perfect.
That's a crazy way to start it off. 3 throws into a throw bait into just pretty clean corner pressure, honestly. Kirigaki definitely, I believe, yes, the Bub's hairstyle is still running with the name and showing the reason why. They got style, they got flair, and they really know how to cut loose ends where they see them.
He's beauty, he's grace. Karma puts you in his face and trying to be denied. trying to find any spot to match out because, like we saw Bebs when he's getting started, Fidgety's a little bit uncomfortable in that first round, but I don't know. That might just be the opening gambit. But the stars have a line.
Jump! Do not jump versus this Fidgety's character. All right, this is not even Pickle anymore. It's just Fidgety's behind the screen. Oh my God, we were just mentioning the RNG, and they got double spike ball into star. What are we seeing here? We're in the code.
Classic Fidgety's gameplay. That's what we're seeing.
The Goku that's mandatory for every Arc System Works game is in there as an inside man. They're a man on the inside.
What the hell?
Oh, the side switch.
Got that? Did caught the startup of the 5U from that distance. Still got the combo as well.
Oh, and the nice DP. Okay, Fidgety's now trying to turn the tide here. Putting the cannonballs down. We got another one and another one. And we're going to be seeing a little bit of pressure here. Can't BC out of that. Kirigaki now at the SSBA range. Could go for the throw. Could go for a kill on a single hit. This is so scary. The spot dodge does not hit. I actually really do not know if this kills, but if you drop it, not going to happen. Ah! My God! The mix? The mix? Real mix in my Granblue? What is going on?
Oh, dude, that's got to be annoying. That's got to be annoying for Kira. Had the hit too. Probably didn't trust that they were close enough to the wall to get the SSBA combo that they wanted, but oh man, getting that drop and losing like that's really tough. But getting a good grounded confirmed mid-screen as Bubs to start things off in game 2, that's got to be a little bit better.
And like I said, we're going to be seeing so many projectiles on the screen here. There's so much happening. Fidgety's just trying to clog it all up, make it impossible for Kirigaki to react or even think about anything other than cheese for the next week and a half. There's the star.
Oh, yeah. Didn't trust you to do a dive kick in that instance there. Couldn't quite get the brunt of the full hit right there. But resetting into the throw, the J-Wong classic. And then right when you're looking above your head for the bouncy ball, look down below for the throw. Fidgety's and Dormouse going to be able to say cheese and go up 1-0 in the round count with ease.
Yeah, trying to set up, trying to get anything going. Kirigaki trying to just find their way through all of this. Unfortunately, Beelzebub, great fireball, not the fastest, especially when we already got stuff on screen. We don't have the priority unless we're using that charged heavy or charged medium version. It's gonna be rough getting out of here, and finally we get a hit. Fidgety should be able to close this out here with proper routing, and we drop it. All right. We're all human, we're all mortal.
Anthem, please. Just walk up Anthem. Just do it.
Oh, I saw it. Oh.
SSBA, is that going to catch him? It does catch. No cinematic, though. 1 BP left for Fakala, so they opt for a Brave counter here. Oh, gonna be able to wade through the cannon fire on the star. Not gonna quite be enough to kill, I don't believe, despite Fakala being a low health character. So one more guess for Fidgety's here.
Oh my gosh.
Runs up and throws.
Run up, throw into the corner. Okay, all right, Fidgety's with the fantastic defense.
Victory.
You call that defense?
I mean, I call it cojones. That's what I call it.
Yeah, whatever you would call it. Either way, it's making moves and getting us games. Fidgety's now up 2-0 over Kirigaki.
Man,
trying to make it deeper.
I can't fathom against a character with a dive kick in that situation just doing run up throw. I could die, man. I could die. But Fidgety's operating on a different time. But right now we're operating on Bub time. As I say that, the clock is not right on Bub's standard time.
Oh my gosh, that hit! The spike ball doing double overtime to hit Kirigaki, and we're going all the way to the corner. Oh my gosh, we have another spike ball. Who paid her off? Who paid her off, man? Oh, and a nice teleport.
I don't know what the side game's equivalent of V Shoujo is. I feel like Vakala gets a check from that.
Yeah, probably.
We're checking all the boxes here for a potential 3-0. And one of the things I did want to highlight earlier in the set is been the use of that JH from Fidgeties to keep Bubs from taking to the skies and threatening any aerial option as well. That air-to-air game has been really good, and so is a big hit with the counter hit close heavy. All of the items that we need to really make this an optimal conversion. Vikala getting all of the luck here.
I can't believe we saw 2 back-to-back spike balls in the middle of that hit. Are we kidding? Kirigaki, though, might be able to start something. Send them all the way to the other side of the screen, bounce off, get a no teleport into the safe jump. And fair enough, but it's not going to be enough. Fidgety's finding a little opening and taking it 3-0 over Kirigaki. What a set. You said it first. You said that the RNG gods, the RNGesus is on Fidgety's side. And
yeah, I mean, sometimes that is what it is when you fight against Fidgeties. But I mean, in that matchup as well, you mentioned that the fireball for Bubs wasn't the fastest. Bubs also not necessarily the fastest character as a whole, so doesn't necessarily have the ground speed to make it up against the projectiles and try to close the distance to really get their offense started. So it was tough too. That's why it was so important to shut down that aerial offense with the JH and also the timely 2Hs that we saw them rather sparingly, but in the right time. So good stuff with the approach from Fidgeties there.
Yeah, great stuff all around. But we are going to have to take a little break. We will be back in just a few minutes. Make sure that you go and get yourself hydrated, get yourself a snack, and we'll be back here in just about 5 to 6 minutes. I'll catch you in just a little bit.
So here you are, outside, the great offline, the place where grass should be touched. It's great. You can see why they told you to get off of ranked. Unplug your stick, make yourself a cup of Okizeme coffee, go outside and breathe that air. Think about the great tasting coffee you're about to have, with beans sourced from Guatemala and Colombia, made into a rich texture fantastic for any time of day. Think about their many options they have available depending on your mood, from the sweetness of their light attack roast to the strong, eye-opening effects of their wake up super dark. Try not to think of the reasons why the devs would make that plus. Why it low crushes, why it has invincible properties for the entire duration and hits for that much damage, and why your opponent is on Wi-Fi, a Grandmaster rank, and their ping is spiking to 250 milliseconds. I mean, what's the deal, Angel Eyes Fan 69? You're already playing a broken character in this broken game, and I know you're using macros, so come on, fight me, first attend me right now, accept the invite, you absolute mother. Go outside. It's great. It's even better with Okizeme Coffee Company.
You know, there's something weird about this game. It doesn't feel right. Ah, wait. I think I know. That's much better.
Nice try! Nice try! Solo!
these cool glasses I was able to kill that rat in your computer.
I am now going to assault your mind with subliminal messages. Sorry you had to see that.
So what if we move that pool to the other room and that frees up an area?
Okay, and you're talking. So you're talking like moving some setups over here, and then we have a T over on this
Exactly,
room?
exactly. Let them run the bracket, freeze it up, freeze up the time.
Boring. Here's what you really want.
Literally end.
Oh my god,
The round's over. Oh! He killed him. That's it.
Round one. Fight.
Colorado here, they're going to be like that. As Zero continues to do his work.
Yeah, and it's just like a little bit different. Like we see.
You said slick, was that slick? Slick, that's what he calls people. Slick.
So here you are, outside, the great offline, the place where grass should be touched. It's great. You can see why they told you to get off of ranked. Unplug your stick, make yourself a cup of Okizeme coffee, go outside and breathe that air. Think about the great tasting coffee you're about to have, with beans sourced from Guatemala and Colombia, made into a rich texture fantastic for any time of day. Think about their many options they have available depending on your mood, from the sweetness of their light attack roast to the strong, eye-opening effects of their wake up super dark. Try not to think of the reasons why the devs would make that plus. Why it low crushes, why it has invincible properties for the entire duration and hits for that much damage, and why your opponent is on Wi-Fi, a Grandmaster rank, and their ping is spiking to 250 milliseconds. I mean, what's the deal, Angel Eyes Fan 69? You're already playing a broken character in this broken game, and I know you're using macros, so come on! Fight me! First attend me right now! Accept the invite, you absolute mother! Go outside. It's great. It's even better with Okizeme coffee.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Kanme Clash Granblue number 34. I hope you had a little break, a good little break, got hydrated. Make sure you get your water. I got a little snack, and you're ready for some good-ass Granblue. We got a lot coming up. We have our winners side solidified, our losers side just a little bit behind, but that's all right. They're going to funnel in as they go. We got some great players so far. Fidgeties versus Nothing, and Sin versus Belfoy Boy on that winner's side. But before we get into that, Zoma, do you have anything to tell the people?
Yeah, before we get into our top 8, we want to shout out our top flight sponsors, starting with, of course, Zenny Eyewear, the long-standing partner of Kanme Studios, got a brand new promo for August. You can unlock great deals to save off your next Zenny purchase with the code Kanme on checkout. You know how to spell it, of course. You're here. Why wouldn't you? But if you buy one, you get 15% off. No minimum purchase required for that. But if you get a $40 minimum purchase, you can get 20% off if you buy 2, 25% off if you get 3. So visit the online store with the QR code on the screen. Get yourself some Zenny eyewear and look good and see good going to your next event. And next up, of course, you want to feel good in the morning. If you got your 8 a.m., 10 a.m. pools, they don't do 8 a.m. pools anymore, I've heard, but 10 a.m. pools, if you're not a morning person, you got the Okizeme Cafe to improve your wake-up options. Use your supporter code Kanme at checkout. Again, you know how to spell it. QR code on the screen, but also hit up okizeme.coffee and Okizeme Cafe on their socials listed below. Okizeme pledges a portion of proceeds back to all partners, so you help out Kanme, you help out everybody out if you get yourself some good cups of joe to get going. And of course, Kanme got their own shop as well. New merch is now available. Save 10% when you visit the online shop using the QR code on the screen and using the checkout code Kanme10. If you don't want to scan, you got bit.ly/Kanme shop. Short link, but not short in amazing art. I have a Chun-Li keychain that I bought at an event in Knoxville, and I got 3rd place with it. So could be a good lucky charm for you. But all you got to do is just go ahead and get 10% off. Go to that Kanme Esports shop right now. And finally, of course, speaking of events that you need to be going to, Albuquerque, New Mexico has Sandia Showdown happening August 29th and 30th. Kanme Studios will be there, so you could pick up some stuff there, but you can also pick up some good fighting game action. You got all the games you see on the screen, a big helping of all of them, including, of course, Avatar Legends and Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. But definitely make sure to go to start.gg/Sandia Showdown for more info. But I don't know. I see a lack of Granblue on the screen. Varys, I feel like there's got to be some way to fix this.
Oh, if you want to join the best Granblue event on this side of the globe, we have North America's own Contour #2. That's right, the follow-up to the original Contour at August 26th. This is a 2-star GBVS World Tour event. That means that there are points on the line for the World Tour. If you join this and you place in the top 8, you will be seeing some points on your profile there. So make sure you sign up early and sign up often. Make sure you follow the Kanme social accounts, and you'll get updated whenever that sign-up sheet goes live. But if you're looking for something maybe in a little different of a game, we got Tokon Fridays coming up. Kanme Online Clash is doing Tokon on Fridays. We're going to be hosting the first one on August the 21st. So if you've been labbing that game, you've been hitting those Doom combos, why not pull up on Friday and play some Tokon? But, of course, that's not all. This week is Kanme Week. Starting next Monday, it's Kanme Week. This week celebrates Kanme. It will also be the first week that they run all 3 online events. There are 3 events next week. So make sure that you sign up for each one of them. You can see that there's Tekken, there's Granblue, there's Tokon, all of which have pot bonuses from not only the people here at Kanme, but also from the great sponsors at Okizeme Coffee Company and Zenny Glasses. So make sure that you sign up there. They do great things for the community, and we're really happy to put these on. So make sure that you sign up. And speaking of which, if you want to help out the community, first off, we're gonna be jumping over to the Granblue challenge. We got some special challenges made by the community here for this bracket in particular. If you see any of the players on screen do one of these, you make sure to call it out. Each one has a varying difficulty and reward, with the ideas coming from everybody within the community. You can see some really cool ones. My favorite one is win a set after successfully baiting 4 reversals. I feel like the person who wins that one is going to be feeling on top of the world. But yeah, you can see you get a special reward from some of the sponsors. And the last one that, of course, I'm going to shill. Make sure to type in that !Matcherino. Claim the codes. It takes 2 seconds of your time. It takes nothing at all. Click contribute. Sign into your favorite account, either the Twitter or the Twitch that you are using, to type in !Matcherino and click the claim code. It is that simple. You throw 25 cents into the pot and everything goes to the players. Thank you so much for listening, and let's get on with these games.
Yeah, man,
Zoma.
it's going to be real good stuff. Starting off on our top 8, we have, of course, the Zooey and the Soriz showing off. Both of them have been on stream already. Belfoy Boy making a really good run all the way over here, beating Bitatsu 3-2 and then Pure Boy 3-1 to get here. Sin, of course, taking it with a strong 3-0 over Models and Abidabi 3-2. So both of these people, higher seeds coming into the bracket, and of course, living up to the seeding to get to a guaranteed 5th place finish. But of course, we want to see if we get to that top 3. It starts here in winter semis. Varys, let's get into it.
Let's get into it. We were talking a little bit off stream about what this matchup would look like. It is going to be a very hard time for Soriz to get in, of course. There is still the equalizer. Once we do get that 50% meter, we do have the be-all and end-all of Soriz's kit. We do have that ultimate dash punch, but of course, everything else is gonna be pretty uphill from there. Sin, especially pretty good at keeping out characters like Soriz. So we'll have to see if Belfoy can climb that hill.
Yeah, and I've seen Sin play this matchup a fair amount of times competitively, and they seem very comfortable in this aspect. But Belfoy Boy cannot count them out. We talked about the lamentations that Soriz had against Galleon. They didn't really seem to care all that much, but we will see how far we can go. But blind public can't see all that much, but they do see $5 going into the contribution pot. Thank you very much for your direct contribution and your generous donation, as we're donating a huge chunk of life off of the Zooey's bar here as Soriz getting underway. The back throw during the probate attempt.
Yeah, not quite, unfortunately. But Sin now swapping the corner. We're keeping the tempo moving, but just in the other direction. Belfoy gonna be trying to get out, using that BC, using that precious meter. But this should be plenty. It's a kill, but not quite. I don't think we had the money to spend on that Raging Strike to finish it off. Now Sin finally gets another chance.
Good one at that too. Gonna probably use this to refill the gauge. No, valuing taking them to the corner instead here to set up the next touch. And now gonna be able to go into a very beefy combo. Not gonna be quite enough to kill, but sets up a guess for game situation with the lightning at your back and the dragon on Zooey's side to beat the BC attempt and get the game. It started with a 6-6L, took it all the way to a round win.
Yeah, you can really feel how Sin plays the game. You just get yourself in a really good situation. You never let it go. Sin has been holding this corner for quite some time, but now we're going to be visiting the left coast here and see if we can have some similar results on the other side of the globe here. Ooh, but there's the dash punch, the great equalizer. Like I said, we're just walking, trying to get that 50. Trying to make something happen. Belfoy needs to be at a much closer range in order to make something happen against Sin and against this Zooey. The super on reaction.
Yep. I was waiting for that. Sin, definitely known for his reactions. It's very hard to pull a fast one on him, especially with that jet punch. Will be quick to spot dodge it without the super, but then with the super, it becomes even more deadly to try that on him. So, gonna have to figure something else out for a jump scare. But here we go. It can be getting a little scary here.
I love that reaction. Taking only the first hit of the Rekka in order to get the punish. Great matchup knowledge there from Belfoy Boy. But now, both players got that 50, ready to let it rock and roll. But it's gonna require some good patience, and Sin's got it. The 2M will close out game 1.
Yeah, one of the things that Zooey has in her toolkit that makes it a little bit harder for Soriz to compete with at that mid-range. The 2M, the 5H that she has, far M as well. It's a lot of stuff that Soriz will have to try to play their way around. Even when they're structuring corner pressure, have to think about that. But here we go. It's the corner pressure from Zooey that we're going to get familiar with here in the first part of game 2 with Sin leading the dance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like you said, BC is a pretty common tool to be seen, but definitely not in the match against Zooey. And Sin likes to keep it that way. We like to keep ourselves very spaced, very safe, out of range. And now we're just backing up. We're letting the dragons do the work. We got that 100 meter on deck. The diaper install is ready to rock, but Soriz is going to be going down swinging.
The diaper
Perfect
install.
Yeah, it's definitely what it is, baby.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you. I just wasn't ready. And I wasn't ready for the raw Raging Strike to hit after the DP went on the other side. Looks like Sin wasn't quite ready either because they feel a little bit scrambly, so a lot of health has been taken off on the back of those scrambled eggs.
It all with that 5U. Got another stock on that gauge there. The muscle gauge is pretty imperative, especially for this matchup. We lost all of our Brave Crystals here. Oh my god, and we're gonna get a big hit. We're starting something up. Belfoy, 60%. Ready to rock and roll. Any one hit could kill, but we're not gonna be able to punish that. But the whiff to him, that's gonna be a punish. A nice 5L close out the round. Belfoy taking a round on the board. Signs of life. I love that match.
Dodging through the Dragons, gonna find their spot to get in with the lariat, put Zooey into a bind. And I see what they're trying to go for here, trying to be a little bit cheeky with how they want to wade their way in around the 2M, finally catching the start of the something to get a good 6L and the 5U, but the DP right back.
On the dash punch finally hits. Sin going down, swinging. Catching out the button in the middle of the screen there, and Belfoy evening up the set. What a piece. You love to see it. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but you know what? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. All right, you gotta start swinging.
Yeah, I mentioned the threat of just being able to react to the blue punch, but still you get big value of it if you can call out a normal from Zooey that's being played in that mid-range. So maybe don't do it in an obvious situation, but Belfoy Boy still keeping it in the arsenal for Sin to think about, but they're gonna have to think about a way out of the corner once again. Sin just really taking it to Soriz as we get started here, getting the Dragon meter built back up, forcing a BC on Soriz's part, but they didn't get you too much because we're gonna be going to round 2 if we can finish this combo correctly.
Yeah, you say if. We're really holding with bated breath here. We've seen a lot tonight. But it looks like we should be doing enough. Sin.
I don't want to say when. It's commentators curse. It's been bad. It's been real bad tonight. It's been so bad if you're tuning in now.
Yeah, we forgot to take the meds for that one, but it's all right. Don't worry about it. We are still vaccinated. We're going to be moving into this left corner, trying to make something happen. Sin looking like they're really running the freight train here.
All right, gonna be able to pick out those far L's, command space, gonna convert it into a lot of corner carry here. Set up the lighting as well. Once again, looking for the jump bait, but Belfoy Boy not biting. Had the dodge on it, but no punish.
And now this is gonna give him plenty of space. Belfoy blocking the forward advance from Sin. Very punishable on block, unfortunately, but Sin also going to be just trading blow for blow here. Trying to see if they can get something out of it. But this is not going to be enough to kill. 0 crystals on the side of Sin. Anything kills. Oh, no!
You tried it! No, but no punish! Oh my goodness gracious! Gotta be very careful with the Dragons though, because we do have access to meter. We're gonna use it to go into install as well. Just run up into the
way.
Sin. You know what? I'm up around. I get it. 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 I get it.
I can understand. I can understand the headspace. I can't understand the scramble. Belfoy being the stonewall that he is on this defense, does not really biting for anything. So unfortunately, Sin trying something a little bit spicy, trying to see if sometimes you gotta knock on the door to see if anyone's home, right? So
true.
Belfoy definitely home, definitely home.
Definitely reacting to the spot, or reacting to the blue flash as well. Spot dodge into the back throw incident, putting Soriz in a very tough spot, but not a lot of meter left to reinforce this. So a call out could be happening here.
Back to the mid screen. No Dragon meter on deck for Sin. Ooh, and I love the reaction super. Yeah, close up the SBA. Get a little bit of damage on the board. Belfoy still up in every economy that matters here. Ooh, but we're going to be equalizing that a little bit. Ooh! The Dragon's going to call it out. That 2M.
Yep. Oh man, look, we're all equal in the eyes of Zooey when she has access to the dragon meter in the corner. Very, very strong advantage state that she does possess. It's just a matter of getting there. That poses a lot of problems for her in a lot of tournament runs. But against a character like Soriz, who sort of has to play a little bit of the gamble game in their own right in neutral to get in until they get that meter, it could be really good for Zooey. But right now we're looking good for Soriz as we get all of these plus frames, trying to bait a reaction from Sin, but nothing doing, so we got to get the anti-air hacky sack.
Yeah, it doesn't quite get the combo off of it, but it's all right. We move. We're still in the corner here. Belfoy now down to 0 crystals total. This is dangerous. We're taking, I believe, like a hell of a lot more damage. I'm no doctor, but the wounds are definitely seeping in for Sin. Belfoy trying to make something happen.
Dodging through the dragon, finally finding the right spots. They've been really good about placing these lariats, throwing the Sin for a loop. Again, not being predictable with them, but still getting the full value of an important tool such as that in the neutral phase. Again, being able to call out the spot dodge. UDP to get out of the corner, however. Sin not trying to play defense against Soriz.
Yeah, really not trying to, but unfortunately you're trying to play neutral against Soriz. We're saying, nah. Belfoy getting a huge chunk of damage off of Sin's life bar there. One more hit could kill, and 2H is definitely a hit. We're moving on to game 5.
Interesting jump there. I do understand you have the threat of the ult lightning, but I'm sure that Belfoy boy was just like, I don't really respect the risk here because I feel like if I get hit by this, it's not going to be the end of the world. But if I hit you here, I win. So interesting to take to the skies right there, but Belfoy boy ready with the responsive anti-gear. Good stuff and good start here, being able to use the 5U punish into the auto combo to put them in the corner.
Yeah, really great punish there. Like I said before, using it on the Rekka seems to be a pretty potent tool. There's very limited things that 5U does punish. I did not know that we added the Rekka to the repertoire. But Belfoy, definitely a character specialist in his own right. Has the understanding, but Sin got some tricks up his sleeve as well.
The good trick is to link into that SBA. Great routing right there to get the full brunt of the damage.
We're even like 30% there. That hurts.
Yeah, man. It's Zooey routing in the corner now is absurd with the changes that she got over time. It is very punishing to get hit by her on some touches, but you don't want to get hit by an install Soriz if you can get in. I want to see a command grab.
Oh
here.
my God, no! Okay.
All
right.
Okay, he's just better. He might actually just be better.
That was good. That was a good spot dodge. I thought that was a button. I won't lie. My reaction time definitely not what Sin's is. But now we're into our set point for Sin. Gonna be trying to make this game last a little bit, not as long. Oh my God, the spot dodge gonna be able to get exactly what he wants into the corner. We're playing neutral. We're playing so much neutral here.
Ready? Medium dragon.
Oh, the whip punish.
Medium once again. Speaking of neutral, my goodness gracious, getting a lot of utility out of the far medium to keep Soriz at bay.
Oh my God.
236U ender, no punish on the end of that though. I'm not even sure if that was punishable, but it felt like there was a lot of dead time.
It felt punishable. The back throw incident. It could happen to you into the install. Keep ourselves safe.
Command grab.
Now you gotta look up for a command grab at any point, and
that's why you bad. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
You know what? Sin was looking for it, and Belfoy boy will be going down into that loser's side with Sin moving on to winners finals.
Yeah, fun set between the two of them. Pretty much anything that you could expect from the Zooey Sin matchup. Saw the neutral being held down by Zooey and the Dragons with her good normals to accentuate it. Saw the great offense that Soriz could put on top of Zooey if she didn't have ways to get out of there. But of course, it wrapped up with Sin just flexing a little bit of the muscle there reaction-wise, and of course, knowing what to look out for down the stretch in spots where Soriz would really have to, you know, run the gamut in terms of being able to re-secure the set for themselves. So good stuff to Sin to get the top 3.
Good stuff indeed. Again, I always say it. if you're a big Belfoy Boy fan, if you're a big fan of the Canadian Granblue player, they're just going to be moving down to that losers bracket. They're not out just yet. You will still have a chance to see more Soriz action. But before we get into that, I think we're going to be bringing out... No, we're not bringing out the Rat. I was going to say we're bringing out the Rat. We're going to be bringing out Fidgeties versus Nothing. Nothing, representing a couple of larger body characters for sure. Playing around with a handful there. I believe also now introduced a Willness into the Soriz and Ladiva stretch. So all big characters, all with their own ups and downs. But I'm starting to sense a pattern here with Nothing's character picks.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of the big body players in Granblue, they are very much true to the archetype. Of course, you see BSG, every character that he plays stands at least 8 feet tall on a bad day outside of heels. And Nothing is pretty much of that same cloth. But honestly, most of the characters that Nothing has in his arsenal probably don't want to run into Vikala, and I get it because she's a low health character. You might think, well, the Willness can, one-shot her if he gets in, but it's just a matter of getting in, and that's a very arduous task against her when she's just sitting back there, especially with the added boost that Fidgeties does have with their Rabbit's Foot bonus.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes I've definitely pulled a lot of zoner players, especially projectile zoner players, and quizzed them on the reason why they play the character they do. And one of them broke it down very simply in a great way that I love to repeat. You're winning for longer. Why would I play the game where I'm losing for longer, right? My character has such little health. I get hit once and I die. But then we restart the round and then I just win for longer.
True.
And honestly, that made a lot of sense, right? Our mistakes are very fast, very swift, and we just move back onto the next round where I get to win for longer. And yeah, that's very tact. And I believe maybe Fidgeties might be one of those. I feel like there's a different cloth that they're cut from. Of course, being a Vikala player, there are a myriad of other projectile zoners that you could pick that are not the Rat in the current state of the game. But Fidgety's been on this character since day one. Ride or die for the Rat gang, all right? Yeah,
even when she was borderline, if not absolute bottom one, Fidgeties has been trying to make it work. And honestly, to your point, one of the things that I refer to zoning as is being annoying on purpose. And, if you play zoners, you have to love being annoying on purpose. You cannot feel bad for not playing an honorable game, as a lot of Twitter discourse will say. No, you have to want to be annoying. You cannot get bored with zoning. And I feel like with Vikala, Fidgeties definitely does know how to get under your skin with a lot of the things that Vikala can set up in neutral and on offense, especially if they get the cannon and spike balls rolling when they get the access to the item pole. So I feel like Fidgeties definitely does have a bit of a what's the word I'm looking for? It has a connection and it like a spiritual bind to the kind of game plan that you would want to exercise optimally with Vikala.
Yeah, exactly. It's a little bit of annoying sprinkled in with a lot of sauce. I won't lie. The combos that we've seen Fidgeties pull out of absolutely nowhere, places that I should never be seen, is insane. The double spike balls that we've seen for extending combos, 5 stars in a row, as mentioned before, right? There's some RNG gods that are on the side of Fidgeties. I feel like it's just out of either pity or rewarding their strongest soldier. Because this Fidgeties is definitely the last one standing on this character, and it's always great to see, especially at a high level like this, right? We're currently in winners semifinals of Kanme Clash. You have to be a special type to make it up here. So seeing Fidgeties do it on the Rats is even funnier, man. It's even funnier.
Yeah, now that you say that, I'm like trying to rack my brains around like, are there still other people who are like really showing up with the Rat? I know Yggdrasil knows how to play this character. Destin knows, but Destin's playing Galleon now. Dragalion knows how to play Vikala, but that's like he plays Narmaya mainly. Yeah. Well, he plays everybody, but mainly Narmaya. Yeah, that's interesting. Fidgeties might just actually be the last rat bastard left.
Yeah, and honestly, again, a lot of people on the hiatus right now, right? September 17th is that date, right? So we might be seeing some rats return depending on the outcome of the patch. But for right now, we gotta get into the match at hand. Vikala versus the Soriz. Nothing, pulling out the Soriz on the same colors we saw right before, on those Bellboy White colors. And we're gonna get right into it.
Yeah, already trying to do the hustle, get right in there, quick, fast, in a hurry, send it express with the lariat, and take him to the corner. 2M counter hit, big damage off of the health bar of the low health character in Vikala. And that's the big thing here. With the other characters, doesn't necessarily have that same sort of burst option that Vikala needs to fear. Whereas with Soriz, you do have more of a threat with that jet punch, especially if you have armor behind it when you get 50 meters.
Nice, use the alt DP, get ourselves out of the situation. Fidgety's only got that 50-meter left, but now has the corner pressure to make something happen. Oh man, but we're sitting on a heart, and there's a star still going! No way! And the RNG is still going. You're dead!
Oh my gosh, man. The hilarious part, I was so silent because you were talking, but I saw the BC happen, and I looked up and saw the star, and I was like, he's gonna get by that.
Bro had his whole life ahead of him. No, he doesn't. The star is coming.
Isn't there someone you forgot to ask?
He was still in the room, man. He was still in the room. You can't even speak his name. But, oh my god. Okay, run up throw is a great option, honestly. Yeah,
being able to beat out the bomb explosion by having the in-full frames on the throw animation. Gotta love that. The star still remaining, didn't get the combo there. But man, oh man, the advantage denied from further elevation. And that's why we gotta go for the chip damage on the roundhouse Faye. Nothing, just trying to put an end to all the whimsy as fast as possible.
There's so much happening on the screen, and nothing's just trying to operate in this Soriz space, right? Trying to operate right in your face, right where he wants to be. And Fidgety's not using a lot of that meter to get nothing off of him. BCing pretty late here, but really keeping themselves in the corner. And BC right back is gonna equalize the situation.
That's our keeping Soriz at bay. Looking for the DP right there. Interesting choice. Maybe just gambling it on an approach attempt that maybe would have had an extended hurt box. But here, this is gonna hurt though. Counter hit close heavy.
Oh my god, there's one spike ball. Okay, and the cannonball. And a star? No way. We go all the way to the corner. Raging strike.
Dead.
This is a ton of damage. Are we seeing a bounty? Are we seeing a bounty? That's the bounty, baby! No way! I don't know if we count that as the comeback, but that was definitely more than 80%. Oh my god! No way! We'll have to go to the referees for that one, but holy man. Nothing taking a little bit of a breather. I would need one too if I was in that situation. What happened?
Okay, so VOD editor cut this out. I love that after that combo, nothing went into chat and just typed, what the fuck? I mean, listen, that's really all you can say. There are no words, but there's no honor amongst these here. They stole that game one there. Nothing trying to make it so that they take it back here in game two.
Yeah, Raz is correct. This is an above average health character, by the way. That's
true. I didn't even think about that. I know he was 0 PP, but holy moly.
Oh my god.
I don't even know if Vera kills there unless she's an install.
I don't know if a lot of characters kill there, but definitely, apparently, Vikala kills there. With SBA, by the way, I want to recognize there was more damage on the table if they took more damage. Oh my god. Well, either way, we have more Granblue to play. Nothing. Trying to make themselves get out of the, I guess, the hole that they dug themselves after that last game. Holding a lot more BC. A lot more BP on the table here. Oh my god, that combos?
The star combos on normal hit. Okay, you know what? That's fair. All right, even on block. It's a 6 framer, so we're really plus. That's why we BC on out of there. Double bombs to get the trap to extend on the combo. But if you're going for another item to reach into the pocket, you're gonna have to put your hands back out in front of you for defense, because in comes the ult punch and the GameStop trade awarded 2-0. Gonna be able to leverage that for a round 2 victory. What a combo opportunity there.
Yeah, what a massive combo there. Picking it up and just tried to equalize with the light buttons. I like this especially, right? Not optimal, but you don't need to be optimal if it wins you the game. All right, sometimes the touches just need to be touches. All right, Fidgeties though, trying to just get it back to what they planned right before. All right, we're keeping the Soriz over there at the far H range, maybe even behind a cannon or two. But nothing does not like this idea. Being a little bit more liberal. Oh my god, 2 stars in a row.
These jumps are not really helping them navigate the neutral as well as I think they would want to. They've definitely taken more damage than I think that they would otherwise like to. Maybe try to find the space to walk up, but I get it. You do find your way in though, and you do find a chance to get the SBA now that Vakala's in the corner. 1 BP left looking for the throw bait. And that should be it. No, we did not
quite. The roundhouse spank's not there, baby. We're going all the way to the corner. We're going to see if the RNG Jesus is allowing Vikala to have this game win. The TP. We're trying to equalize this health. We are, I believe, in chip range. We're just barely outside. Yeah, yep. But it's going to be an open leg found with nothing going up the round.
Yeah, that was getting scary there too. Did have actually the 50% if they wanted to gamble on the ult punch to force a chip. So wasn't necessarily all bad for Soriz there, but it did get really scary. We've seen Fidgeties run away with these kinds of games before. Looking to run away with the start of round 2 here in game 3 with Soriz fighting their way out on block, forcing Vakala back with a BC. Right back at you.
Oh man, yeah, we're getting right back to this right side corner. With Fidgeties just trying to put some distance between them and nothing. Keep the big man at bay is the name of the game here. Send him full screen, a nice hit, good combo. The Aaron block will definitely help out. But we're seeing that diaper install, baby.
Get away in return. Neither of them really didn't want much to do with either of them, but we're getting up close and personal, catching the backdash with the ultimate punch and its install, so there's more damage where that came from. And gonna be able to reset into the 2L, just catch them holding up, trying to get away from a potential command grab. Nothing going up for the first time this set, 2-1.
2-1 Fidgeties. After a great showing and some insane RNG in game 1, has not been able to make the magic happen against nothing once again. We're gonna have to see if this can keep going. They got a little bit of a hill to climb to get back to where they were. Nice jump over the dash punch, but BC is definitely going to equalize the situation. We're down to 1 BP. That means we are taking 10% bonus damage here in the set. Oh man, and we're caught lacking.
Once again, catching that backdash going to be really good at being able to find spots to pop the U-punch. Trying to get even on block, but nothing doing. Couldn't get the air unblockable either, but throwing out all of the traps in the book. Stars, Dormouse teeth, nothing doing though. We are smiling pretty as Soriz going into set point, navigating through all of the mayhem. And 1 more round until we get to winners finals.
Yeah, exactly. And you saw just the presence of mind that nothing has. To just run underneath, right? I'm not going to fall for the air stall. Doesn't matter. I'm just going to run to the other side and punish you when you land, all right? Sometimes you need to do this simple thing, like running under the other character to win games like this. It wraps back around, right? It's a bell curve to everything. Oh my god, we have 2 stars so far.
Cannonball in the pocket, gonna be able to get another one, pop in the cannon,
another
more
star.
Stars. Look at all of these oppressive options that we got from the 5U summons. Send them right back. 4 stars, more oppression, more privilege.
We just need 1 more hit, 1 more solid hit to win the set. Fidgeties trying to make magic happen once again here. 1 or 2 more hits, no 100 meter on deck, but it's gonna be a DP and it's not enough.
Slowly threatening that 100%, but the rodent rhythm going to be able to set the tempo for a game for round 3. Fidgeties going to be able to get Soriz out of install and back into some close for the occasion here.
Yeah, Fidgeties trying to push this to that game 5 that we all want to see here. You know I love a game 5, Zoma. And Fidgeties is trying to put it on, trying to put on a good show. Over to the corner we go. This is going to be an absurd amount of pressure. This is going to be so much pressure, trying to jump out, trying to get out of anything. The circus of his own doing. Nothing cannot escape from. But he finally does the dash punch. Oh my god, it's like 70%. We've equalized.
And the quarter, all the plus frames. Gonna get the shimmy as well, but couldn't get the hit after the fact. So the 4L is going to find its mark. Fidgeties once again robbing Soriz. Slow down the camera so we can get the full picture of Dormouse chomping at the bit for a game 5.
Oh my god, we are going to game 5. It's happening again. It could happen to you. Fidgeties, that, honestly, some lights into super is all we need. When you're at that life total, that's all we need to see. We don't need no fancy combos like we saw game 1. Sometimes you just need the basics to close things out.
Yep, tournament combos, they get the job done, and the DP getting the job done right there, keeping Soriz at bay, returning back to a good spot in neutral, trying to force a little bit of a response with the trap on top of them, but nothing doing a really good job on defense. It's just been this phase that's been so tough until they find the right spot for the big punch.
Yeah, massive punch. This is going to be a lot of damage. But Fidgeties not too far off. Could just zone and equalize the damage here. Still 53 seconds on the clock, but we're going to be rushing to the end. Nothing. Not quite getting it, though. We're messing up our combos. On the run-up DP, like we saw before. We're not falling for it here. In winners, semis, we are not falling for it. Nothing. Now on the set point.
That would have been killed.
Yeah, it wouldn't have killed either. It would not have killed.
Did it. Oh, man. But here we go, though. Fidgety is going to create some space here to get ourselves out of the corner. Run up with the 2-8, catching them trying to jump. Again, it's been nothing taken to the air that's really allowed a lot of the death by 1,000 cuts to happen. Whereas when they find the right spot to be patient, gain meter, and then find spots for those burst options on the ground, that has really been the advantage state. So Fidgety's down to 0 BP. This is the prime opportunity for you to get started here.
Yeah, this is going to be a ton of potential damage on the board here if nothing can get something going. Oh man, and we're getting something going. This is going to be a ton of damage. And yeah, just the ult punch. Going to be able to take the last bit of health, and Fidgeties is going to be sent down into that loser's side. Nothing, moving on to winners finals.
Oh man, yeah, after that game 1, I was a little bit worried about the mental space of nothing, because that was a tragic way to have it taken from you. But then they were like, you know what? We're not even going to switch back to La Diva. I trust in the Soriz. You know, a little bit shoddy with the strategy here and again, but again, once you found those big hits, you trust in being able to get that big hit. And when you got it, you made it pay in with interest. And,
with interest,
yeah,
baby.
Soriz moving on to top 3.
If there's one thing that Soriz is able to cash out on, it is big hits. If you land that far heavy, that dash punch, the ult dash punch, you are able to make magic happen. And unfortunately, that was exactly what was coming for payout on Vicola. But now we're going to change up the pace a little bit here. Another a very interesting matchup here. Lancelot versus the Galleon. Models versus Vitatsu. We were talking a little bit about this this matchup before. Very interesting spacings that both of them play at, and especially that far heavy is going to be a big one from the side of Vitatsu. You're going to be looking out for running into that with the Gorilla Blade, but you got to also be looking out for that DP. Vitatsu taking a ton of damage into the corner, and we're going to be seeing a fireball mix.
Yep, absolutely. And this is the best part about this matchup for Lancelot, is even when you're not able to get in, or in other phases where it's a little bit harder for you to compete, when you're up close and personal, Galleon very much struggles defensively, even baiting out that DP, which is the lone option that she has to get Lancelot, who is a infamously sticky character, away. You parlay that into a great exercise of strike throw offense. Lancelot going up models with the first round.
Yeah, getting that first round, definitely a thing that you want to be seeing from a tempo character like Lancelot. It is incredibly hard to get out of the mental stack that Lancelot forces you into. The strike throw is nasty on this character. between Turbulence, the 5U different move-up options, like, it's scary to be in this situation. And Galleon's pretty limited for her defensive options, having only a DP on 50 meter, right? No meterless DP. The mash button's not the greatest. Definitely everything that Models wants to see here.
And then when you have access to the fireball to keep your pin down for an extended period of time, especially if you get the ult fireball, if they're not quite ready for the counterplay, oh, but there's just nothing really character specific there. Just good old-fashioned strike throw, delay throw, catching the no escape here. Models up early on Bitatsu with a very convincing game 1 victory.
Yeah, game 1 taken for Models. And we're gonna get right off to a roaring start right away. No time to waste in this set. You got time to catch up here. Oh man, okay.
Oh no!
Okay.
Just got the close heavy into the old fireball.
Okay, like what's going on,
really
bro?
Right now.
What's going on, dude?
Look, this is a Lancelot that's feeling themselves. There's gonna be some wacky stuff going on. Bitatsu, how will you respond? How about a 5U?
The run-up DP has to be the choice of the day. Oh my god, here at Kanme Klash. A nice little, wasn't that even a wall dive? It was just a J5U. Back to the
wall
ground.
dive, yeah. Wall dive out of the command grab.
Easy peasy, baby. Models getting another round on the board there. Really just keeping the pressure on Bitatsu, even on the defense, making them guess. Right, you gotta keep this character on the ground. Otherwise, there's a plethora of options that Lancelot has.
Light fireball, keep it real simple, keep it stupid. 5H
Nice.
with the backdash. That's a really key thing that you can do against Galleon when she's trying to reset. Only force an aerial hit so she can't get a full combo if she does tag you, and you also deny plus frame other that she can stay in the face, but she's still hawking Models down, gonna be able to usher them to the corner, catching them being a little bit too impatient down the stretch, and that's an SBA in your future.
Yeah, and now you gotta hold this mix here. You are still facing a grappler in the corner. Get down to earth here. Bitatsu finally taking a round and showing that there's still life left in this Galleon.
3, engage.
Oh man. Oh, and now we're pushing all the way to the corner. Might be trying to change the tempo, but Models is striking back. Ooh,
Yeah.
the medium Gorilla Blade. That is so plus.
I do agree with you, Varus. I think that they sense that Models has been really running away with it when they get the first blood drawn. And so they were like, you know what, I'm going to force plus frames, force block, and if I can get a hit, even better. But Models, once again, being able to really commandeer and steer the ship how they want. Now putting them in the corner. Shimmying has been getting Bitatsu for a bit, but now a little bit more disciplined defensively will buy them some time.
Oh man, yeah, we're just trying to go for some mix that Bitatsu just ain't here to play for. And there's the command grab. No sigil on the ground, so no combo. It's all right, but we're running into the far heavy. The great equalizer. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this set, that far heavy is going to see a lot of use. If you run into it, it is dead for you. Taking it 1-to-1 now for Bitatsu.
Yeah, Lancelot doesn't have much in the way of competing with that other than trying to get into the range by dashing up with a 6XL, because far H of their own would get smoked there as well. So, like you're saying, very good, like equalizer, best way to refer to it, a difference maker in terms of trying to stop Lancelot's grounded approach here if they're a little bit too close for comfort.
And we're trying to make, oh man. We're trying to make the Lancelot stay still in the corner here, right? Trying to get him to respect, get used to blocking so we can start doing some of our grappler things, right? That's the layer 1 that is required for every Galleon player out there. You got to get them to respect you before you can start disrespecting them. And to get to that point, we got to get to the corner. Nice use of DP. Down onto the Sigil 2. So this is a pretty scary situation. Another Sigil on the ground there. Oh man, but that DP does hit.
Yep, Wade's out of the way of the 236M, 236H spot dodge as well, so that will be on cooldown. The only way to continue offense is with that command grab, so we're looking out for it. Good wall dodge to get out of there. Not a big punish after the fact, and a swipe to the face with the far L. Bitatsu saying, stay down there, young man. I control the ground.
Yeah, Bitatsu really putting in work on every aspect of these last couple rounds here. Really trying to keep Models at bay. Oh man, but now we're mashing on Wake Up against the Gorilla Blade? That's not happening. Models finally getting some tempo back. Oh no! Oh yeah, this is
Timothy Chalamet once again scoring a nice score on the IMDb and scoring a win for round 2. Models has just gotten them. We saw a bit more discipline defensively from Bitatsu, but we all crack in the face of a Lancelot right in your face.
Yeah, sometimes there's only so much us mortals can do. But Galleon is a god. It might be possible to bring this all back, and Bitatsu is making it look easy, keeping this corner. Model's forced to use the DP, get out of that situation. Oh my god, the raw raging strike hits! Yeah, you're dead. That sucks. All right. Bitatsu going up the game off of, we'll say gap. We'll say gap.
That's Gap, yeah, that's Gap.
It's Gap. Moving on to game 4 here. Ooh, and using that 5U pretty liberally here. Something you always got to be looking for is the Lancelot trying to use the Fireball. Incredibly fast recovery frames. Basically 0 recovery frames in practicality. It is impossible to whiff punish that. So using the 5U preemptively to catch out the Lancelot trying to do anything silly is definitely needed.
Absolutely. Main run-up pool behind it as well. Very good in a lot of matchups. Good DP right there to keep Galleon from getting started with the sigil right there. Just betting it all really on black and trying to run the house here. Oh, Fireball to slow down Galleon down. Still was able to get a punish there, but a punish in return on the successful Avare. You were still frozen, so you had added recovery, and even though you scored the hit, Models was able to punish you on a hit, brother.
Yeah, that's sometimes the Fireball giveth and the Fireball taketh away. That one definitely took away all of your ability to whip punish there. I think the only action that could have possibly worked there was Raging Strike, and you gotta be really locked in, keyed in for that one.
Yeah, when all Fireball's on you, a lot of people just say, take throw. It's like, okay, you just go next because that can happen to you. But this can also happen to you if you're not good with the DP. Well, not good, but just got it baited. Model's going to be able to set up the medium Fireball in the corner. DP, because you give him a little bit too much space. Bitatsu, back to neutral.
Yeah, no fear in their mind on that DP, right? Okay, I took all this damage from one DP, but like, what about another, right? Like, you're not looking for another one, right?
No, I wouldn't do it a second time. You wouldn't do it a second time.
No, we got courage to move mountains here. Bitatsu now getting this corner pressure entirely off of it. We are in this corner for good right now. A nice use of the ult DP. Weird hit though. No, not. Oh my god, not getting the second hit. Bitatsu, a well-placed punish to take a round and move us up to set point.
Oh, round start dodge, or round start roll through the far H. Very bold here. Gonna be able to get a lot out of it though. Big counter hit, close heavy. Gonna get a lot of meter off of this as well. Probably reset into a situation where we can set up ult Fireball.
Oh man, running up for the grab. Bitatsu, not a lot of health on deck. Next strike throw situation could be the last, but we're gonna brave counter and get out of the situation entirely. Yeah, just trying to keep this all clean. Models knows that they only need one more hit. They can be patient. They got some money and the timer to go through. Wow, destroying the Fireball, not something you see too often. Turbulence hits but doesn't kill.
No!
No!
The 6-6H instead of the 6-2-3H. That is so tough. I don't know if that was a misinput or not, but gotta be a tough pill to swallow for Bitatsu there, as it cost them potentially the set, as we are forced to a game 5. Models, however, smiling at the camera and smiling in the face of Lady Luck, an opportunity giving them one more favorable shake. But gonna get shake down here to the left coast corner.
Yeah, and oh my god, we get something, but oh my god, we're slopping. We're slopping. It's okay. Both players shaken up entirely. Bottles getting the first real blood here, though. Able to move all the way to the corner. Hopefully able to run Oki a little bit better than Bitatsu was. Shaken up before. This is game 5. This is where all the nerves come out. Yeah, and we're swapping to the other side, doing some fake stuff. They saw that they weren't blocking using the block button before. I don't know if you caught that one, but any of us fake stuff enjoyers, we look for that all the time. Lancelot now with the set point.
Slowly inching their way forward, not taking a lot of risk, but gonna be able to get the double overhead here. Gonna actually spend our early diamond here to get a bunch of damage, but we're gonna take him to the other corner regardless and get the 6XL as well. This is looking all models all the time currently.
Yeah, Models is looking to clean this one up. It won't be enough to kill, but this is definitely the last cry for Bitatsu. We need to fight our way out of the corner and out of the situation, and we're back to where we were just last game. This scary situation, and we're gambling it on Models. I respect it, but you can respectfully go to the other corner. Bitatsu setting it up to get their revenge. Oh my god, no way!
There's no way! We caught them on the other side. The anti-air command grab not gonna anti-air correctly. You cannot survive Model Land. Tyra Banks was right, but we're looking very, very clean down the runway, down the stretch, as we're able to win off of a very questionable air-to-air exchange. Lancelot gonna move on 3-2 over Bitatsu.
Dude, that crazy Tyra Banks break up there, but yeah, 100%. I cannot believe that happened. This character sucks, Lamouse is Bitatsu. That's what I said. What was that? At least the DP. At least the DP. I'll give that one to you. That looked rough. But at the same time, we gotta move on. The soldiers die where they lie. We have to move on with our next game. We're moving a little bit deeper into our bracket, onto the loser's side. Scarlet versus Abidabi, two big characters in their own right with very different plans and very different messed up tools that they want to use. This Versusi is gonna be sitting pretty far away. Oh man,
we're getting up close and personal now. It feels like Scarlet just really wants to get it started here, get it jumping, put them in the corner. Full Celestial Dominion active, but we pop a little bit of our own install with the Soul Forge, and as you're thinking about blocking, we get scoops with the Great Sight Greenock. Oh, but the old pillar being able to stop the Lariat.
Yeah, not quite able to pick up off of the last hit there, but gonna be getting the air unblockable. There's so many hits of block stun. Abidabi forced to eat the air unblockable and lose that first round. Scarlet taking the first blood. Ooh, I love that dodge. Whoa, the little roll through the grab.
Yeah, just taking the -4 after the target combo, just using that as a chance to roll through the response that Abidabi showed with the check on the far light. Now Scarlet going to be able to parlay that into a good corner position, dodging the ultimate instinction. Not even going to put the full brunt of the plus frames off the Celestial Dominion, calling the bluffs and then calling out the armor once again with that old pillar.
Yeah, exactly. And now using the Celestial Dominion to get an extended corner combo here and pop it back again. So we're just back in it. Everything you could ever ask for is happening for Scarlet here in this round. We're keeping Abidabi at bay, but we have that armor frame. We are able to make something happen. Abi now gambling with their own life, using the ultimate dash into the corner. Oh my god, the Battalions of Fear really put the fear of God into Scarlet, taking the round for themselves. Holy comeback.
Oh man, game one, I'm already fearing for the rest of my life in this set, because if I have a Vaseraga that's just in my face being like, yeah, no, I could die for this, but I know that I can get this ultimate Battalions of Fear and being able to beat out the BC as well. I'm telling you, man, when Vaseraga's armored up, man, there's not a lot you can do.
We break countered so deep into that Scarlet, and we still eat the damage. We're still getting the punish. Abidabi really showing that you cannot slip up versus Vaseraga character, especially not on the ultimate instinction. Managing to close out the first game. Abidabi turning it on its head. I thought with that first game, we were going to be seeing something completely different. That first round looked very in the favor of Versusia.
Oh, for sure. I thought the same as you, Varus. I looked at Scarlet just like, okay, they have a very good understanding of the way that they want to play this. Very much, again, very aggressive with the character and just wanting to deny any opportunities for Vaseraga to get the armor. Very important in any matchup, but then also leveraging at a distance the ability for that ult pillar with its many hits to break through the Soul Forge, even when they were going for that lariat, was very strong. But Abidabi, just again, if Vaseraga gets started, ain't too much you can do. But now, not feeling confident in the Versusia, gonna opt for the EX Grand, interestingly.
Interesting choice here. Scarlet, definitely not a character I've seen them play. 425 levels, 1,000 gems though. Obviously been played, been practiced, and we're gonna have to see how this goes. And it's looking pretty convincing so far, Zoma.
Yeah, but you said the same about the last game. Abidabi able to reverse fortunes very easily and already reversing to the mid screen, already to the other side.
Oh my God!
Say mid screen be damned. Oh no, the 2H win. It's Vaseraga problems.
It's Vaseraga problems all the way down, and now Scarlet has that 100-meter to cash in. Oh man. Yeah, the ultimate fireball will be able to equalize it. And we can bring this round one back home for Scarlet. Scarlet definitely looking a lot more comfortable on this Grand EX. It might be the choice. This might be the one that that Scarlet's been playing as the comfort pick for the last little while.
Could be, yeah. And honestly, EX Grand feels like a very house money character where it's just like, listen, man, I'm willing to throw it all on the line here. The chips are down and I'm all in, as they say. Just being able to get in and just get a ton of damage if we get the right hit. And sometimes against Vaseraga, you got to let yourself be known. You can't go down without swinging, but it's going to be the 2H swinging correctly this time for the fences and a home run hit, slamming him back down to the ground. Abidabi, round two, evening things out here.
Yeah, Abidabi definitely looking Shohei Ohtani style, right? Swatting the Grand out of the air, sending him full screen out of the park there. But we might have to change up our game plan here. Like you mentioned, we're playing with the house money. We're swinging for the fences here. And a character with armor, we love getting hit. As long as it's a single hit, we're good. Abidabi definitely in a position that they want to be. Especially using those battalions of fear, keeping that 100-meter, we don't know what they could do at any given time. The ult Instinction coming out. Oh my God. The Granblue handshake.
Oh, too high to get the combo off of the jump in. Sweeping slash. Oh, just run up into the SBA. Did we recover in time? No, we didn't even hit a button. But
my God!
It's not gonna punish, so we can't get the full combo that would have killed. We're giving Scarlet another chance at life, jumping over the ultimate Instinction, and now we're gonna take them close to the corner. Dodge on the Raging Strike, too far to cause the animation. But
oh my God, an Abidabi!
Abidabi, the reactions!
Got the reactions of a young man, Abidabi, able to spot dodge the Raging Strike, something that not a lot of us here can do. All right, I speak for myself only. All right?
No, you speak for me too.
Oh my God, Scarlet, just playing with fire. DP on block. And Abidabi not getting the best punish for it, unfortunately. And Scarlet's going to take full advantage of that. Into the corner we go.
Oh, once again, pressing on minus frames has been caught a couple of times, but this time we got armor behind it. Abidabi just taking any RPS and just saying, I want to get some armor or I want out. But Scarlet just putting them right back into the situation each time.
Oh my God, the grab on reaction. Abidabi swatting them out of the air, putting the pest back down on the ground, and we're going to be doing some extermination work. No animation needed.
Oh, but I never get to see it.
I know, it's so cool.
Yeah, Vaseraga is so cool. I think he's cool. I know we see a lot of him in the competitive space, but I think he's pretty cool. But Scarlet definitely does not want to see any more of them in this round, which is why they got the whiff throw punish with the close heavy, big damage, but on a high health character, gonna have to make it add up a little bit more. Good bait on the BC to be able to throw them after the fact.
Yeah, not anything there on the ultimate stomp. Nothing to it. Oh my God, we're DPing? Scarlet really playing with fire. Oh my God, another handshake, and Abidabi still has those young man genes in him. Give him spot dodge, get out of the situation. And now it's time. Only one BP for the side of Scarlet. This could spell death with one good hit. That same goes for Abidabi. We're making something happen. The Raging Strike comes out, but it's not enough for Abidabi. Oh my God, and the quits. No. Davi takes a 3 over Scarlet. Oh my god.
I get
Oh, the scramble. Avi Davi takes it over Scarlet. Oh my goodness. That is rough. That's so rough. There was so many scrambles. Not in just game 5 or game 3. Like every single game had a scramble situation that Scarlet just couldn't get out of, man.
I mean, yeah. Sometimes when Vaseraga happens, I get it. I get it. I said he's cool, but like I get it.
The Vera wow or the fairy woe emote is definitely correct. That whoa.
That feels so BM. That feels so BM.
Hey, you know what? We take it in stride here, all right? We're moving on. Fidgeties versus Models. Both players and characters you have seen many times before here on the stream tonight. But it's time to see which one is going home and which one will be moving on to that losers semi-finals. Looking to take that spot in the top 3. And it's going to be Fidgeties with a huge first blood here. Oh my God. Are you
kidding me?
Are you joking? There's another spike ball.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my God, look at the damage. Oh yeah, another! A 6XL finally hit!
He's just better. He's just better. Does that work? No, it doesn't work. Okay.
No way. Okay, the neutral jump does call out. There's that slight forward movement to Lancelot DP. And Fidgety's definitely knowing it, knowing the spacing, getting the punish, and taking the first blood in the set.
Chat saying, does Vakala have a combo limit? Sometimes. Sometimes she does. It's very much it depends. It ain't easy being cheesy. Oh man, we're cheesing right now with this corner position that we're getting up against Models. Models has been making some good strides down the runway this run, but I don't know, man. Fidgeties is a tough nut to crack, especially when we have all of the Rodent Rhythm close, far heavy, cannonball in tow as well. What do you really do in that situation other than just say GG's, shake the hand, go to the next game? Fidgeties up 1-0.
Yeah, we're going to have to move to that next game for Models to shake off the rust here. Obviously, just not prepared for what Vikala is throwing at them. Everything coming out of the magic bag is a horrifying discovery for Models here. The corner pressure is like borderline comical over here, okay? Every item was just perfect. I haven't seen a single heart this entire game.
I saw one and Fidgeties pulled it back and got a spike ball right after. That was like in an earlier set. And I was like, yeah, all right, you got it. Anyway, we're going to set up the bomb here for some corner pressure. I do like structuring our offense there, not necessarily going for more damage, but just being able to set up the bombs for Oki, keep them in the corner. Canada's in tow. Good DP, though, to get out of it.
Yeah, and then we're going to be swapping the sides, throw into the corner here. This is exactly where Lancelot wants to be. We're in that strike throw capital, baby. The 2M, though, manages to hit. Nothing doing. We're not getting the hit. Models gets a huge counter hit, close heavy, and this is going to be death for the Rat.
Right, Rekka, SSBA, jump back, do it with style, freeze the cheese. I don't know. This is cheese enthusiasts in the chat. Is there any kind of cheese that ages better if you freeze it?
We'll have to check with the cheese enthusiasts later as we're moving on to this round 2 here. Models finally feeling some pep in their step, some stride to their step here. We're gonna have to see if they're able to make it happen against the Rat, or if the cheese will definitely close it out. Oh my God.
Oh baby, that was pretty you're kidding! You're kidding! Come on, man! Just being able to have the cannon in tow, the item was already cocked and loaded and was just ready to freaking, oh man, just ready to win the scramble with that as well. Fidgety's parlaying that into corner position, set up the bomb, big chip as well, but gonna be able to get the overhead jump in after all of the visual pollution made it hard to defend. Models now going to a round 3 off of all of that, and Fidgeties looking good to start, but a back throw here as a punish, and a big close heavy, not quite ready to combo after it though. You gotta make the most of those opportunities.
Oh my God, we're getting a full combo here. This is corner. You go all the way to the corner from this. Models striking them down from the sky. The flying Rat not able to keep Lancelot into the corner here. There's the heart. We aren't going to be able to make anything really happen. Fidgety is not able to make anything work, but now we're back to normal. something we can work with, something we can do. Trying to keep this Lancelot in the corner, trying again, just standing at that range that the Lancelot jump out of the corner really comes down at, so that we have enough time and enough space to whiff punish it. Oh, no, the cannonball on the feet. Yow!
Yeah, Youch indeed. Coyote versus Acme coming to theaters soon, but a little bit of a preview right there, dropping it on the wily Coyote's foot. Road running away with the set so far, 2-1, but Models has been, he doesn't go down without swinging, so I'm interested to see if there are any adaptations being made, but right now, Fidgeties has just been so strong per what we've been used to seeing with the Vakala.
Yeah, Models is definitely fighting back as best as they possibly can. Fidgeties just looking totally in control of what's happening. On paper, this is definitely a matchup of all time. This is a matchup that Lancelot should love. But the amount of items that Vikala is able to get onto the screen just covers every single approach option that Models could be looking for. Nice use all TP. Normalize this, get it back into the mid-screen scenario that you want to be. Those double cannons are definitely looking ready to fire. Not even needed, though. Fidgeties closing out the round.
Well, but kind of to your point as well, it's not that Fidgeties has been so much, you know, one note in terms of I need to create space in zone. It's very much been, we'll play a little bit of that competitive mid-range, we'll get started with some pressure on block, we'll set up the cannons, and then once I already have the resources available to me, and I have some good items to back it up, then I can have some good zoning. But right now, Model's not going to be able to give them any sort of breathing room in that instance, and using the medium fireball, layering that with the little bit of trickery with the air movement to bait out the throw. Great offense there from Lancelot.
Yeah, Lancelot definitely does dump damage. The buffs have been very real for him over the years. But now we're going to be having to see if it's enough to make the reverse 3-0 comeback. Trying to make something happen at the beginning here, but now you're stuck in the corner. There's no way the spike ball was still there. There's no way it was still there, dude. They have another and another. Oh my God! Into the bomb! You're dead.
You're dead, by the way. You're dead, by the way.
What is this RNG?
Oh, brother. It's perfect is what it is. And that's exactly what Fidgeties is going to have as a win to move further into top 8. Loser semis awaits the Vakala 3-0 performance rewarded.
A 3-0 indeed, a perfect all around. Just what do I say to the performance of a fantastic player like Models, right? They had everything going for them, but every single pressure situation, the items were just unreasonable. It was unreasonable pressure coming from the side of Fidgeties, who will now be moving deeper into this bracket. And we'll be fighting the winner of this set here, Abidabi versus Belfoy Boy, to swap up. Once again, it's been very back and forth here. The character selection has been extremely swingy, to say the least. We've been seeing Soriz, we've been seeing Zooey, we've been seeing the Rat, we've been seeing Lancelot, and now we're seeing the Vaseraga back up on the stage versus that Soriz. I'm looking forward to seeing it. This is definitely a matchup.
It is a matchup of all time. And sort of to your point, I know that we have had our outliers, especially with some of the European tournaments where it's been all away in Almatera. But for the most part in this patch, it's been a pretty competitive meta. We've seen a lot of characters cook. We've seen Eustace win a 5-star stop. Fairy takes up some of the leaderboard as well. Like, it's just a whole bunch of characters that we see at play. So as we get into the final month of our meta, I do want to shout out the balance of this game. It's a little bit annoying when you have to go against the zoner meta, but overall, we could have it worse. I've looked around, we could have it worse. But nobody's got it better than us here at Kanme Online Clash, as we are going into probably what's going to be another banger between Abidabi on the Vaseraga and Belfoy Boy on Soriz.
I was mentioning before, the mix-up of Abidabi versus Oridori is definitely going to take a toll.
It cooked me so bad.
It's all right. We're gonna be getting started. There is still the Soriz on screen though.
Yeah, the worst part was there was a Soriz. Like, the Soriz made me think Oridori, and I was like, oh dude, this is not okay.
Yeah, no, the mix comes for us all. But now, oh my god, not quite enough. Catching the startup frames of that ult dash punch. Abi, a cute little link there in order to get yourself the armor, but a nice jump out of the corner of Belfort Blade. Gonna be able to cash out a lot of damage here as SSVA ready on deck.
Oh, I like that actually. I don't think I've ever seen that little combo limit reset into having the install when they come back down. Now the SSBA going to be punching a hole through the wall, but that is a lot of armor on Vaseraga to live through all of that and be able to get the ultimate command grab 50 meters still in tow if we want to exercise it.
Oh,
ultimate command grab is how we do it, BC, to get away.
Now we're looking for that roundhouse fang, and we are looking for it. The spot dodge comes out preemptively. Abi reading Belfoy's mind. Oh my god, what a round one. Hey, you know what you're looking for on both sides, right? The 5-frame option I've mentioned so many times as Soriz has stepped up to the screen. It is such a good option. Forward advancing, rushes, high attack level, and not bad damage to boot. It starts a combo in the corner. Just what you're looking for, but this is definitely not it. Belfoy taking a huge chunk of damage, and we're going to be seeing that animation you were looking for.
Hooray! But not if you're Soriz, because there's a lot of damage, but we're slicing through the Macho ultimatum right now. Just stand up. I'm your problem now. Go right back to the corner. Italians of fear. Oh no! I hope this is not
please.
Ah, please, come on! Don't end like this.
Everybody, send your power to the side game servers, please.
Believe in victory. Believe in the servers.
Ah!
No. It looks like we're gonna be going back to the room and figuring things out. It should be Abi upper round. So if we do reset the situation, we will be doing that. Yeah, mods and TOs definitely just collapsing on the floor, just being like, you know what, we were having a good time. We were all having a good time. But we'll get right back into it, y'all.
It's all good. We're just gonna reset the situation here and sort of look for it. Both the round so far has been a nail biter. It's just a single round in, and we've seen probably more damage on so much active health than we've seen in some of our entire sets before. It's ridiculous how much health these characters have to slog through in order to get the win. I think we were at 30 seconds, which is pretty unheard of outside of zoner matchups.
Yeah, pretty much. It's very interesting how both of them have been approaching this matchup so far. I feel like it's still early stages, so you would expect them to be trying to fill each other out in terms of what they want to do over the course of a 1st to 3 set. But I think both characters as kind of double in the aspect of being like, yeah, we have the luxury of playing more interactions to get some information on the opponent, but also we can kill that guy, you know? Like, we could just do that.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be super hard as well because both characters don't have access to the close heavy, right, that you're looking for. The DP baits are definitely where you get to crank out the most damage and is really what's required to chunk off a lot of that health bar from both of them.
Dang, yeah, it sounds like there's some player issues in terms of internet not being able to go off. There's some storms happening in their area, so unfortunately does not have access to be able to play the game currently. So unfortunate for them. Was making a really good run, but you know, sometimes these things happen.
Hey, you know what? Real life does step in the way sometimes. I'm looking outside here and I'm seeing a bit of a storm cloud here too. I know that Belfoy on the Canadian side here, so definitely feeling that too. Hopefully we'll wrap this up before your commentator gets taken out too. So either way, great stuff still from them. Great showing so far. We love to see the Belfoy boy pull up again. Can't wait to see you at UMAD. Looking forward to it. But the show must go on, and we're going to be moving on to the top side of this bracket with Nothing versus Sin.
Oh, baby. Yeah, this is going to be interesting again because Nothing had already had to make their way through some very strenuous neutral battling Fidgeties in the Vikala to get here. And they did it with the Soriz, so very similar strategy, I imagine, going up against the Zooey. And I already highlighted Sin's prowess in this matchup. Very, very strong in that aspect. And I'm going to be very interested to see if Nothing can exercise a similar level of patience that Belfoy Boy had in certain spots. I know that they do love to try to jump in to try to get around a lot of the stuff on the ground. But it's going to be interesting to see
Sin,
what
that's going to be rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, Belfoy, again, a very, very tight set that we saw from them, nearly making the reverse 3-0 comeback there, right? Brought it up to that 3-2. Was a great showing, but Sin definitely practiced on this matchup, especially tonight, right? Had 5 total games playing in this matchup, not including if they ran into anything before. So it's going to be a little bit rougher for Nothing to get through, but at the same time, looking like we're not too shabby right now. Getting the corner and getting a clean win with nothing on our brow.
Yeah, if neutral is out of the equation and you already get the first blood drawn and you're getting your offense going, it becomes a much easier hill to climb for Soriz, and that's why Sin, again, similar to what happened in the Belfoy Boy set, once they started to lose control, they just started to become more aggressive and just said, hey, you know what, you're gonna have to play my game, especially now that we're in the corner. A lot of full dragon meter, and now we're sitting at this spacing where it is threatening, very dangerous to get out of here.
There is a lot to look out for here. There's a lot of chip damage that is just gonna come out for free. We still have that 50 meter, but it's not needed. We're spending everything on the SSPA to close out the game against Nothing with a perfect.
Different verse, same as
I said
the first.
game. That was only round 2, man.
Yep, only round 2. Only round 2. Different verse, same as the first, though.
Oh my god.
Cannot get away with the blue flash against Sin very easily. Very ready with the reaction, especially if they have that super ready to use. They use the 50 meter here for the ult DP.
Looking for the DP all the time. Nothing will not have access to that high amount of damage on the DP punish, of course, because it's not counter hit on the way down, right? So I think we have to fish somewhere else for this. Sin taking all the way to the other corner, and we're back to that situation we saw in the last round. You're facing down the corner with a lot less of the dragon meter. Oh, we gotta watch our toes. No way.
Yeah.
Nothing. Losing that round and losing that game. Sin now up 1-0.
Yeah, it don't matter if we have dragons, but we still have good prowess in the strike throw game. Going to be able to go for that 5L, delay that 2L to catch them mashing out after the fact. Both a frame trap and one to catch you standing up if you were looking for a throw. Either way, Sin, very strong closer there.
Man, and we're already off to a flying start. Backdashing. Both players making some space, but Sin is the first to close it in and get this corner pressure started. We're going to get a whole whack of damage. The dust loops and everything. And we got a ton of dragon meter, and we're going to catch most of that out here. Are we going to be able to build up enough for the SPA? Of course we are. Sin taking that round willy-nilly. Almost nothing to it. Get a little corner action, land a hit. It's easy. I thought you said these fighting games are hard, man.
I mean, if you're Nothing right now, it probably feels like a very arduous task because it feels like Sin has the total control after we had a good opener. Sin just doing a really good job of not getting that same, or not letting that same advantage go in Nothing's corner. But here we go. If you're Soriz, you just have to find that one touch, that one dash punch to get started, but Sin being able to super jump their way on out of there and reverse the situation entirely.
Yeah, and now Nothing's trying to make something happen mid-screen here, but you're going to have to go through the buttons that Sin's got. That 2M, that far H, that's going to be very rough here. Oh, man. Now we're back into this situation. So familiar from this set. Nothing in the corner. Again, versus Sin. Lots of dragon meters spent. At the 100 meter, we have to be looking for everything here. The raw punch is not happening. The install does come out. Sin knows that they are plus. Maybe not a punish, but who cares? We're cashing out everything and moving it to 2-0. They want this grand final so bad.
Absolutely, and Nothing still gonna opt for the Soriz, not gonna dip into the Ladiva. It has shown his pedigree so far.
Oh,
But, oh, yeah, I guess nothing not quite ready for the round start there. Got popped by a little bit of the heavy dragon beam. So Sin being a little bit respectful, but nothing gonna say thank you very much. I'll take full advantage. Sin not taking kindly to the sportsmanship not being shown back at you. This is winners finals though, so hey, can't blame you.
Hey, you know what? There's $9 all right? That's like a burger.
True. Well,
I would do a lot for a burger.
Maybe not at these prices.
That's so true right now. Maybe a Klondike bar. And you know what the ad says. Anyway, Sin definitely showing what they would do. Pushing all the way over to this corner and fighting their way out, but nothing. Still got that life advantage. Oh my God, Sin did not, it didn't spot dodge. Crazy.
Yeah,
I feel like I could
thought it was just
more time.
I thought it was just going to be a combo extension too, because they had the double 2L into the 5L, so I thought that was just going to be the combo. So Sin maybe operating at that same level, or that same wavelength rather. But yeah, nothing's still going to be able to take the round off of that. And now Sin just playing a lot more of that light dragon neutral. Running out of some dragon gauge here early, so nothing, trying to use that to be a little bit more predictive, and Zooey throwing out normals instead while the dragon gauge is low. That's why we're looking at that 6-6H, but Sin being a really good, patient defender in that aspect. But now you got to defend in the corner.
Oh my God, we are playing neutral, baby. That is what we call some pressure and some whip punishes. Nothing getting a massive hit here. Gonna cash out the SPA. Now we're on a next hit situation. Any strike or throw could kill, but Sid is going to try and turn the tide. Oh my God. Coming to the corner, walking up, then walking back.
Yeah, I feel like if you're nothing, you just want to take the throw here. You're not going to try to go for anything. You got 46 seconds left on the clock. Do not open yourself up to anything that you do not need to get hit by. Sin going to have to figure something else out here because this strike pressure ain't working.
Yeah, we're trying to make something happen. Oh my God, we are playing neutral, the whip punish! Sin just throwing out the median. Trying to see if anyone's so, and nothing is like, all right, man. I guess,
yeah. I feel like, I mean,
you gotta have a little fun, right?
You gotta have fun. You gotta have fun. I feel like though you gotta represent throw there because there's no way nothing would be sitting there unless he was just trying to take the throw.
Zero shot. I was getting definitely the same read there. But Sin, you know what? Not the most throw-heavy character. Not the most throw-heavy player for sure.
True. That is true. I don't really see him do that.
Yeah, another thing that you do see other Zooey players. Oh my God, we are stealing so much Dragon Gauge there. Another thing that you see these Zooey players do quite often that Sin just does not partake in is the air stall lightning. Wow, what a reaction. You just don't see that often from Sin. The strike throw option with the throw bait,
lightning, yeah,
doesn't happen. Oh, Sin is listening to the chat. Trying to throw there twice now. Brave Counter back out. Get it set up, and the medium lightning will close it out. Sin now on to match point here.
Yep, heavy lightning becomes so strong in that instance too because you have to spot dodge the lightning or the dragon because otherwise you're gonna get chipped out. And at that low health, that's top of mind for the opponent. Great call out option there. Good stuff there from Sin being able to finally, with the health lead, run the corner pressure game that they want. And now trying to get back to that spot with the DP on the attempt at starting offense from Soriz and a nothing. Far M Raging Strike gonna make that even more possible, I would say, if the combo didn't drop.
Yeah, unfortunate here. Nothing backing themselves back into a corner, but we are looking for a way out of the hole we dug ourselves. Nothing. Brave countering out, and Sin's got nothing on deck. Looking out for this one BP that nothing's got. A Raging Strike is a very real threat at any point here. Oh, but when there's one big threat, we're throwing smaller ones. Sin should be able to close out the round and close out the set.
Oh, yeah, they went for the meaty setup where they feigned the 5L, and I think they just mistimed it, but Sin's gonna be able to mash on that. If they had that right, it would have been curtains for Sin without that BP, but unfortunately just a little bit of an execution error to send nothing down to losers, but still gonna be able to compete for grand finals after we run our gambit in round, or the loser side of things, with our top 4.
And now we get into the real games here. This is playing for that guaranteed top 3 placement, all right? This is where the money is made, and we're going to be seeing some funny characters to start that off, all right? We're seeing possibly the biggest, the big body, and the most zoner out there, all right? Maybe outside Metera, but we're going to be seeing one character on one side of the screen, another character on the other side of the screen for a good deal of this. And it's on Vaseraga to really close that distance.
Yep, absolutely. Fidgeties versus Abu Dhabi on tap here, loser semis. It's been first to 3 all way, so we're not getting back to first to 2 just because we're outside of the finals part of top 8. Going to be all potentially 5 games between these 2 archetypes, the fighting game classic, the big body versus the zoner. But this time, both of these players do not have the net of a winner side life. Loser will be going home at 4th. The winner will be advancing into top 3. And for the top 3, we would love to get them some good extra cash here. So if you could, exclamation point Matcherino to add, at least get us to 10 bucks, y'all. We got some codes left to claim. They're free.
We got so many codes, man. It's so easy. Exclamation mark Matcherino in chat there. Click the link. Sign in with your favorite social media or even what Supercell is on there. Sign in with whatever you want, man. It doesn't matter. Click the contribute button and click claim code. It's that easy. All the money goes towards the players. And Fidgety looks like they really want it right now. They're starting this pressure sequence, and they're moving all the way to the corner. But Abu Dhabi finds the opening ultimate extinction. Is a great way to break out of some pressure.
But for the longest time, ult tackle was the Vaseraga U skill that I was the most scared of fighting. But then over time, I've become a believer in ult fireball. And a lot of other Vaseragas felt the same way as they adopt that in so many different situations. It is such a strong move, and you see exactly why they were able to use that to take round 1. Looking to do it right now, but Fidgety's sending them back to the corner. Stars in tow, but Abu Dhabi will not be tamed.
Yeah, we're in a very scary situation here if you're Fidgeties, but now we're swapping the corner pressure. We're putting the onus on Abu Dhabi. The backdoor situation, this is a horrible place to be. The armor meter is ticking. We got maybe one more move, and it's going to be the ultimate extinction. Like you said, a horrifying little gun that we're holding at any given time. Abu Dhabi takes game 1.
Fantastic note, Varus, of the clock ticking on the arbor. I was looking up there and I was just like, yeah, man, it feels like if there's going to be the fireball coming out, it's going to be now.
It's going to be now.
Especially back to the corner, you get the big combo from it. That's exactly what Abu Dhabi leveraged, so good stuff right there. Fidgety's going to have to figure out a way to play around that move because it's been really strong, as well as the armor usage to get through the zoning and also stop the startup of 5U.
Multi-hit, not getting through all the armor there. Abu Dhabi getting to run their pressure regardless. Fidgety's trying to get out of the corner here. But it's going to be the ultimate extinction. Again, the button of the hour. Just managing to close it out. And this is not just enough damage, but it should be. Oh, man. I say this, Fidgety's able to equalize the health lead.
No, you didn't get cinematic there?
I cannot believe.
No. Right,
Great counter out
on the stomps.
Another spike ball. Into the road rhythm, but not gonna be enough. Stance low. Closes out that round. Very tense, very close. Abu Dhabi managing to squeak it out.
I see what you did there. That was good. Anyway, setting up the cannons, getting our own offense going for what feels like the first time all set since Abu Dhabi has just not given Vakala the chance. Between the armor, between the stance, it has just been really all gas, no brakes, but the 2-1-4U to finally shut it down, get the hard knockdown. Doesn't get the setup that they want, only getting the smoke ball, so we burst on through with the lariat. Oh, but we dropped the combo.
And that's exactly what Abu Dhabi's looking for here. A little combo drop from Fidgety's 2. Not quite able to hit confirm those far buttons. But now the distance created. This is very, very scary. Fidgety's just running directly up, though. Obviously scared of the 100 meter and the options that Abu Dhabi has. We want to be in a better position for sure. These items are giving and giving here. Another spike ball. Oh, my God.
And a bomb, another bomb,
another bomb star, another spike ball, and that's going to be curtains for Abu Dhabi. My God, that corner pressure sucks.
Yeah, man, but that was good positioning there from Fidgeties. Just be way out of dodge, but still shoot them at the angle to where they're an immediate threat to Voss trying to get out of the corner. Even with, or especially without the threat of armor. Oh, but the back row right here. Now it's going to be Vaseraga Gaming.
Yeah, and we're going to be going back again to this corner. Looking to fight to mid-screen, but Fidgeties, again, the fourth ultimate Extinction that takes a whole round. And this time, it's taking a game for Avidavi. This is definitely the equalizer in this matchup.
Oh, for sure. Between that and the unlimited armor, or not unlimited, but the generous armor that you get on a lot of the single hit zoning moves outside of Rodent Rhythm, which is what they use there to claim space. So I like that adaptation there. But Vaseraga does have no shortage of being able to traverse through a lot of the whimsical neutral that the college is trying to present. But right now, you got to figure out a way to get out of this corner.
Yeah, and get out of the corner, he is indeed. Avi is definitely getting everything he wants and more out of these ultimate instincts. Oh my god. Oh, what a flurry of colors and lights and sounds. I couldn't even tell you.
It is a kaleidoscope of neutral and scramble happening right now. Throwing out the stars, though. Just slowly marching behind it. All of the Gordon House traps that we can to usher Vaseraga slowly but surely to the left side of the court. And now just going to be able to take a picture and set up that far heavy game. But what does Abidabi have in stow? No armor, so we might be seeing it an Instinction to try to get out, but not going to get the chance. The spot dodge recovery caught by the lingering cannonball.
Yeah, Fidgeties is showing signs of life, showing that they still have something left in the tank here to try and take down Abidabi. This is the last cry, though. This is the last game that they can do it. Reverse 3-0 or nothing. And Abidabi's trying to put a stop to that massive corner damage here. Oh, ow. Ow.
Help.
Ow. Abidabi now on set point here, looking to move up to that losers finals against nothing.
Spending the heavy cooldown on the fireball. 2H run up from Fidgeties. Really good stuff there to curtail the anti or to curtail the aerial approach from Voss. Oh, just a little short on the lariat, pulled up right into the face of the cannonball. So now
and the ultimate Instinction. We are 5-0 right now. The record is impeccable here. Fidgeties trying to hold down this neutral here, finally cashing out though. Gonna go all the way in the corner and cash everything we possibly can. There's a spike ball on deck and a star.
Oh, you see the reverence that we're showing for the old Instinction now, just being ready to spot dodge it, not running into it. Fidgeties is doing a better job positioning themselves to be out of harm's way when that 50% is in Vaseraga's corner. So Fidgeties getting on the board here, and the Kanme mods have been asking for a reverse sweep to happen. Can it happen for Fidgeties?
It could indeed. Fidgeties does have the sauce to make this dish come true, but it's gonna be a massive hill to climb to get around Abidabi jumping out the corner, something you don't see too often, and definitely Fidgeties is not looking for it. Into the armor, and we're going to be, guessing the strike throw constantly, and we're going to armor through the ult TP. Only one hit on that ult TP. It is not what you're looking for. Oh my god, you're dead.
Help. Help. He ult tackled in my face again. Help, I'm scared.
Yeah, you know what? We all bleed red. That can happen to you. It can happen to anyone. Fidgeties now on the final chance here. Abidabi on the set point.
Nah, you gotta
the
hold
road rhythm sniping out of the air.
Trying to get through, trying to spot dodge. We just get the throw tech. Road rhythm causing an air unblockable with that far heavy. Big hard knockdown chance here. Positioning themselves very similar to what we saw to round out an earlier game from Fidgeties. Just being able to have those
the back throw!
But just thrown out of the 616.
This is so dangerous. Yeah, trying to go for the brave counter. Oh, but it's going to be a backdoor situation there. The cannons are definitely not set up for this situation, but it is set up for exactly this one here. This is horrifying. Okay, never mind. Fidgeties resetting the situation. Doesn't have the items to make something happen. All we need is a little bit more damage. The bomb is sitting there waiting.
Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. The lingering hitbox on me. Why was that active for so long? It's an oh god. Why I despise that.
A non-interactable fireball, baby. It does not interact with any fireball outside of its active frames. Fidgety is taking full advantage.
It's not the interaction that kills me, it's the fact that it was still active. Why was it still active?
Ouch! Oh, my feet! Abi-Dabi getting hit by the spike ball. Not quite enough to kill, but the back throw situation again!
You have no
Abi-Dabi has one
either.
chance.
So scary. But Chip on the other side, the spike ball could set it up. Yeah. Beating out the BC and getting the rodent rhythm to get the chip at the end. Fidgety is going to be forcing a game 5.
Yeah, we're getting the game 5 here. We might be seeing the first reverse 3-0 here, but Fidgety's still a mountain of a man, and they have to move. They have to make something happen. Oh, and tame this beast that is on the other side of the screen. Abi-Dabi just playing the armor game here, playing the slow game, and Fidgety's very happy for him to be there. Honestly, if we're outside the ult Instinction range, we're good. We're cool. Oh man, but the rhythm hits!
Real good here, not even gonna go for the SBA, just wants to keep the meter on tap for the next situation. Like a DP, but we go right over it! Vaseraga, a very nimble man, jumping over there for his size.
Oh my god, but we're getting plenty of good items on deck here. A star ready to rock and roll. Oh, and we've weaved that ult Instinction right through, and this is a full combo, and this might be death. Not quite. Welcome back down the Brave counter. Abi-Dabi, no BP on deck here. You are taking bonus damage.
Have to be careful of reversal super here. That's exactly what happens, but not fully projectile info all the way through. So that's a meter that you wish you had for an ult in station, but still gonna be able to catch the late reaction to the aerial slash and catching them down low on the reset. Fidgety's gonna get their toes tapped, and now we are on tap for set point Abi-Dabi.
Yeah, set point. We're trying to stop the Roadrunner from getting away. Coyote's coming in big and hard. Can they close it out? Oh my god, no. No! Sure the fucking closes out Fidgety's chance at a reverse 3-0. Oh my god. Oh, it could happen to you. It could happen to me. I can't believe it, man. I believe. Dude. I was starting to believe the Kanme admin, bro. It was happening.
I told the admin, call the hotline, man. It's just not working out. It's not working out. Delete the Prize Picks account. Don't use the codes. Like, we got to wrap it up, man. It's gonna be all wraps for Fidgety's run there. Great 4th place showing with the Vakala. We already know their pedigree, so good run to them. Don't really need much in the way of an outro.
Yeah, we don't need no proof here. All right, that was pretty sick. I won't lie. So great stuff to them. And yeah, honestly, there's not much more that you could ask for from a Vikala run. Make it all the way up to 4th. Definitely showing that they are the best rat in the game right now. But there are no rats remaining in the top 3. It is only the biggest of the brawlers. We have the Ladiva versus Vaseraga matchup. Some giant characters in their own right, massive health pools, massive damage, ready to rock and roll for us tonight to see who will be moving on to Grand Final. Zoma, what do you feel about this matchup here?
I feel like this is one that Vaseraga is very comfortable in because they can exist at more ranges than Ladiva can. And up close, they have that same sort of advantage because Ladiva doesn't have a DP that Vaseraga even has to remotely think about by going into the unlimited armor move. Like, if he was going against Catalina or Vera, who have multiple hit DPs that can break through the armor, and they have to just sacrifice damage by just going for the Sight Stomp. He doesn't have to even worry about that. With Ladiva, it's just the 50% DP that they have. And then, you know, Ladiva has to play around Instinction. Not really much that he can do, or that she can do.
Not much. Right, and she does have the option of, during stomp pressure, we mentioned multiple times that the reversal light command grab is 5 frames, right? There are gaps in Vaseraga's pressure that you are able to throw out of. It is pretty, you know, it's gambly. It's I wouldn't recommend it every time. But Ladiva does still have that option, so definitely something Abu Dhabi has to be aware of here. Nothing, definitely a character who likes to gamble a little bit here or there. They wouldn't be a grappler player if they didn't. We're going to be getting it started right off here with both players kind of just giving each other space. We're leaving us full screen. Both lariats are very scary. Oh.
Already guessing. Oh yeah, you have to. Even if you block the 6XL from Ladiva, that's already a guessing game. You already mentioned the 5-frame dual resort screwdriver LSPD at a deceptive amount of ranges. Oh, we're trying to mash out of there. That far light not going to help you out there when I have all the armor in the world, Butter.
God, and now Nothing has to fight their way out of the corner here, getting stomped down and put in their place. Abu Dhabi taking a very convincing first round.
Battle 2. Engage.
Oh my God.
That fireball is just the bane of Ladiva's existence in this matchup. Looking to take to the skies. That's a lot of times where Nothing feels threatened on the ground. They try to go for that the crossbody splash, but Abu Dhabi just doing a great job with the presence of mind, shutting it all down, leaving Nothing bereft of any answers.
Yeah, and Nothing just having to take giant swings and giant gambles to get out of this corner. Abu Dhabi giving him tons of space from this Ladiva. We don't want to gamble. You get to sit over there. You get to gamble. I get to run my safe mix, my armor frames. I get to do everything. Oh man. Yeah, this is a matchup that definitely requires some pretty exceptional defense from the side of Ladiva, right? Once you get into these offense situations like we're seeing right here, it is a little bit more your game, right? Oh my God, the backdash?
First interaction too. First interaction, they gambled on the backdash. That is very that is a lot of conviction in your defense. Nothing trying to do something similar, but Abu Dhabi just remains one step ahead. It's almost like they're taking up space in the real estate of Nothing's mind this early in the set. Oh, but a little bit too cheeky right there, looking for the ult lariat, but gonna be able to get the ult scoops on the ult lariat from Ladiva.
Yeah, the ult lariat is an unblockable, right? It does crush after the first block. Looking to get that final BT out of Abu Dhabi, but Nothing, just not able to make it work. Abu Dhabi reactions a little too good for his own good. Jumping over the Instinction, finally getting into this corner position once again, but the ult Battalions of Fear gonna put Nothing in their place. We're going all the way to the corner again.
Here's the tough spot.
Another Instinction into the armor. Yeah, this ender is rough. Oh, we're throwing out of the corner. Interesting. Nothing. We're just swinging. We're just hoping to God something hits. Oh my God, and God listen to our prayers. Get into the ring.
Tough. That is so tough for Abu Dhabi, but Nothing's going to be able to exercise it to full advantage. Only 299 on the clock. A lot of damage off the part of Vaseraga's life bar, and we got the jump over the command grab, get him on the other side, and get us to a round 3.
Yeah, jumping over the great scythe. It is it's a tall task. You have to be looking for that constantly. Even just after the flash is sometimes way too late. Abu Dhabi now getting the corner pressure, but there it is. Like I said, the gamble is always there, always an option. You can just grab them out of it. The range is massive. Oh, there was an ult skill being used there. I believe that was the ult Instinction from Abu Dhabi. Oh my God. I heard a 5U. Did you hear the 5U?
I heard the 5U, and I saw the far L check multiple times and still leading to an SPA finish here for Vaseraga to go up 2-0. Abu Dhabi looking for a date with Sin in grand finals. What will Nothing do? Do they stick to the Ladiva, or do they go to another character in the pocket? Nope. Going with the tried and true to get us through.
Yeah, you know what? The performance has been pretty all right so far, right? I believe that this is not a matchup issue. This is definitely just a defense issue, right? We're taking a lot of big gambles, trying to get out of this corner, and it's not working out in Nothing's favor, right? I know that we spent most of our time fighting in the Jewel Casino, but that's definitely not the not what we're doing here. We're not spinning no slots.
Nah, dude, this is no home cooking for Ladiva here. We're in a Gladiators Dome between two even keel competitors. Had the time to recover and get over the reversal command grab attempt, and now gonna put them in the corner. SBA damage tacked on and catching them jumping up. And yeah, nothing now sensing that Abi Dhabi is playing away from the command grab more than they fear the strike. So now we're just trying to see if we can structure our offense more in that space. Right now, it's delay 6XL to catch the round star far light. Nothing starting to really adapt.
Yeah, nothing's really looking in his own all of a sudden out of this this third game gate. We're going directly into this corner, and we're catching everything Abi Dhabi's doing. Abi Dhabi trying to speed this game along, trying to get this 3-0 in the bag so we can all go home. But nothing's definitely putting up a fight, shutting down the potential of a 3-0 loss. That reverse 3-0 is within sight. They can just taste it. The reverse hit. Nice with punish with the 2M. Alt Lariat should be able to close out the game 1 for themselves. Moving on to game 4.
That's a very underrated button in the Diva's arsenal. No. That 2M is so strong.
It's over.
Oh no. Yeah, no, it's over.
Wallahi is over.
It's over. For those of you watching the VOD, all run long, we have been looking for potential reverse sweeps. And it has been Kanme that has been cursing it each time. It's pulled up short, but maybe nothing can make it happen finally. There's never a better time than right now, but right now it's Abi Dhabi's time. Gonna get the punish with the far M, getting them to the other side. Big plus frames here. Oh, but just out of the range of the 5U, so we get a punish opportunity here for nothing.
Yeah, we're getting all the way over. Almost into this corner. Wow, we go all the way. That is crazy. The movement on that and a couple 5L taps should be able to close out the round. Nothing really turning this round on its head. All of a sudden, out of the corner, losing 50% of their life and then pushing it all the way to the other corner and taking the round. A nice crouch there. Abi Dhabi looking out for that lariat. Always got to be aware. What a command grab.
This time, not biting on the 6XL, just gonna hold the plus frames, rewarded with a chance to swing back on defense. Jumping over the lariat is Ladiva, but this time able to swat them out of there with the anti-air stance follow-up. Nothing.
Oh my god, swatting out of the air.
Making their ways in, and there it is. The 6XL gonna hit.
Yeah, nothing. Getting a lot of damage out from this one. We aren't going to be spending any of that meter, though. We're just going to be cycling our cooldown so that we can maintain, yeah, the pressure for another command grab there. Reduced damage, but that's all right. Another one hit should be enough to close it out, and nothing brings it to game 5 off the back of 2 really hot games for themselves.
All right, Kanme admin, is now the time. Is now the time. Hold up,
he's so many game 5s.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Something not right.
Diva in it.
Oh my god, we're break countering for break counter. Oh, this is big body neutral. It's 6XL for 6XL. No, BC. No, get out of here. 6XL. Nice, sniping out of the air there. No full confirm. That's all right. Sometimes the mental damage does more than the actual damage.
True.
Ooh, the ult area finally lands! Savage Rampage finally getting hit out.
Yeah, I can't believe it. I thought the reach would get there in time before it was really going to be curtains, but Ladiva going to be able to win that interaction and catch them holding up. Once again, opting for the strike over the throw. That's what Abi Dhabi has been digging defensively as well. And now, nothing threatening that reverse sweep. We are now at set point after being down 0-2.
Yeah, nothing was looking completely down and out at the beginning of this round. I want you to just sort of like think back to what game 1 looked like. It was absolutely curtains for nothing, but the download has definitely happened here. It took a little while to get back online, right? Figure out what Abi Dhabi was doing and where the faults were, but nothing's looking a lot smarter and a lot stronger in this. But Abi Dhabi not going out without a fight here, looking to push us over into the final game, final round there with a perfect.
Wow. Completely flipping the script there with how they structured their neutral and offense, pestering them with that far medium until they had access to the corner and resources to really make it count. I think this is going to be a good play down the stretch, and they're doing it again, just going to be able to use those extended normals, but a misplaced Raging Strike could spell the end of the run here.
Oh my god, we're in the corner versus Ladiva. Help me!
Ayúdame!
The great sight misses!
The loot downloading stopping on over it, looking like Ray Phoenix off of the top turnbuckle, and now we're going all the way over to the left side of the corner. Slam him back down to the ground. Nothing. What do you got?
Oh my god, coast to coast, baby!
And that's it. An ultimate command grab after the fact. The reverse sweep has been completed, and nothing advances 3-2 over Abu Dhabi to get to Grands.
We're making it into grand finals off of the reverse 3-0. Finally, Kanme admin has what they've been looking for. You know what? It's well deserved, all right? What is that? 4th time's a charm, right?
Fourth or fifth, something like that.
A long time coming. Long time coming. We've been having a lot of game 5s tonight. But there can only be one final man standing here, or woman if you're on the side of either competitor on these sides. Sin versus Nothing will be the last set or sets of our night here. So give a big hand to our competitors here. Make sure you get hype in chat. I am really looking forward to it. While you're there, also make sure you claim those Matcherino codes. I noticed there is a lot of them still there. Exclamation mark Matcherino. Kanme admin has put in chat there. Click contribute, click claim code, and you are done, sir. You put that money into the pot for us here over at Kanme. Everything goes to the competitors. And with that said, I'm out of breath. What are we looking at here, Zoma?
We're looking at some good grand finals action between Sin and Nothing. Right now, Sin off on the good foot after they got down early, but here we go. Big 2-8 counter hit. Anti-air to get them out of the skies. Great conversion as well. Get a bunch of Dragon Meter back. Didn't have a chance to go to that 236U, but now we can set up with all of the resources we gained with that great routing. Sin positioning themselves pretty well, but they're trying to position themselves is Nothing to land a crouching medium. Sin not letting that happen at all.
Oh my god, we are poking. We're poking with the 2Ms. Oh my god, and it finally hits.
Battle 2.
I mean, you know what? Yeah, fair enough. We've been pushing for that for so long here that, you know what? It's about time that it hits. Nothing, though, trying to get their own pace going against Sin's very liberal use of this Brave counter. I do not want to be blocking Ladiva either. This is no judgment. Nice reaction from though.
They're gonna find this mark again. Now we're seeing Nothing was trying to go for that crouching medium before, but now gonna opt for that lariat to try to get some space. But this time Sin already adapting to the change in tempo from Ladiva. Feels like Sin is just really finding ways to keep Nothing uncomfortable in neutral and then parlaying that into this great advantage state. But now that state is not as strong without that dragon gauge, which is why you're seeing a whole lot of 6XLs and the run up into the super. My God, to pull this card, all 52 of them, and show the royal flush to the people at the casino, man.
If anybody asks you, what does Granblue look like, please send them this clip. Chat, please clip that. Please clip that. How many 6XLs was that?
I cannot believe the exact right amount of 6XLs to piss Nothing off and then get the SBA after that. That is elite gamesmanship from Sin, man. He just knows. He just knows things.
Oh my god, there's no way, dude. I would have pressed like 5 6XLs earlier. Somehow the magic number is like 7 or something. I'll have to wait for an official count there from chat. Please make sure you get a clip on that. But we gotta move on. We gotta move on to game 2 here. Sin up that round after I don't even want to like say what I think that is. Like just outright blatant disrespect of Nothing as a person and a player.
Okay, sometimes you got to spend that BC on that 6XL. That's all I'm going to say. But what I'm going to say right now is the Soriz coming through. looking to put Zooey black and blue. Big damage here to open things up, and now we got to force the counter hit BC on the other end. Far heavy after the shimmy, the jump back there, gonna get them some time. And I would love to see if Sin learned from that last time where nothing just kind of held down back for a minute. When they had 59 seconds, so much of a health lead. We gotta start looking for these throws, but nothing gonna use that space to lariat on in and take the first round.
Nothing is not a Brave counter appreciator over here, all right? I've been noticing that. We're ending most of these rounds with 3 diamonds or like maybe 2 if you're in a bad situation.
Yes. I feel like you're a high health character. Oh, you should afford to kind of spend a couple of them.
Right. I feel like if you got the money, if you're a rich man, you should spend your money. Oh, but 2M punish is not found out there. Sin getting away with murder on that whip special.
That meaty missing could have been a real bad spot for nothing, but it's going to be looking good here. Not fully optimal on the combo, not quite ready with the full routing to kill. But still going to put Sin in a tough spot. Chip now on the table here. So Sin going to have to be really careful about how they want to play this down the stretch, but stretch coming up a little bit short there. Nothing going to be able to win game 2 to force us at an even set count going into the 3rd.
Yeah, really wanting to bring it to that reset. Sin really wanted to take this home. Seemingly as stylish as humanly possible, right? Pulling out everything. You saw that little walk forward before, right? We're out for blood. Oh my God, there's so many. Oh, yeah.
Stay back. Stay back.
Oh, there it is, though.
Stay back. Stay back.
Sin does still bleed red, but nothing is going to get a lot of damage in return. All the way over to this corner. We're going to be seeing a lot more dragons come out here. 50% dragon meter. Not even needed. It's a normal. All it is to open nothing up. Oh, and we're caught reaching.
Damn, yeah, that backdash into that far H has been getting a lot of work in for Sin. Really good stuff right there. See if we can propel it into another win here. Already looking for that DP here. Late press there from nothing. Not quite sure of the situation. Sin's gonna use that to their advantage and then get them with the reactions. Once again, spot dodging the dragon, but it's the lightning that's waiting for you.
Yeah, that H lightning is a real doozy here. Nothing is gonna be taking so much damage from that one mistake here. Nearly 40%. That's all it needs, and yeah, the ult Roundhouse Fang not hitting its mark. Sin taking game 3 pretty handily after that last loss.
Battle 1.
We're locking in with the Soriz for the rest of the set here. Cannot change here in this first set unless they reset. They go back to the Diva, but they're feeling really good here. It's the Soriz that has taken a game in the first place, looking to do a second one here with Sin in the corner, getting frame trapped, opened up by the Lariat, and unfortunately,
that's a combo drop.
Super. That's a lot of damage now.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Make sure you practice your optimals, everybody. Otherwise, you could be on the receiving end of the Zooey SBA. Take half your life bar just for that one mess up. And all your meter, everything's gone. We're getting it all taken away. The court has spoken. The jury is back in. Oh, we can't cash it out. We can live one little bit longer. Sin looking to close this out. No reverse 3-0s, no comebacks allowed here. We are keeping it simple. One more game left for tournament point.
Oh man, I can hear the voices and nothing said right now. They are winning right now. They're saying we need to kill this girl now. Already putting them in the corner, dumping all of our heavy skills into exerting pressure and still maintaining the mindfulness to dodge the raging strike. Good punish on the end of it as well. No drops on the SBA conversion this time. Perfect is the combo and perfect is the round. Nothing trying to force game 5 here going into round 3 of game 4.
I feel like I just saw the same round happen for 2 different characters. The round 1 and round 2 were so different, but so much of the same. Different corners, different characters, and different everything. And yeah,
oh man. That setup's gotten them a fair amount of times too. Let's see if we get that backdash far heavy here. Looking for it this time. Nothing. Gonna be a lot more disciplined. Just gonna wait for their turn to BC. Gonna get the anti-air hit. And gonna just stabilize it with the raging strike. Not enough to kill. Combo limit.
And the ult Roundhouse Fang is not gonna hit. Sin's gonna punish simply with a 2M to take the tournament over nothing. 3-1, showing them who is boss and who deserves to win this tournament. Good stuff from both players. GG's all around. You love to see some good ass Granblue here on these Wednesday nights. Zoma, that was a wild ride. I feel like my voice is going to be lost for a little bit longer, especially after what we saw in that grand finals. But how are you feeling about the sets that we just saw tonight?
I feel the same way. I need to go on vocal rest because I've got CEO in 3 days and I got to do more commentary out there for Granblue, and I'm looking forward to seeing all of y'all there. Hopefully we see some of the people who entered as well, but if you're in chat and you're going as well, feel free to say what's up. But yeah, no, I thought tonight was so much fun. Like you've been saying all tournament long, it's just been a really fun, it's been a fun cast of characters. It's been a fun cast of characters and a fun group of players to go through the action with. We saw a little bit of everything that you would want from a fighting game in general. We saw some great play. We saw some very wacky situations, and overall just a good-ass time of good-ass Granblue.
Good-ass Granblue is all we need. But as we close it out, we want to thank some sponsors before we get out of here. So let's move it on over and make sure that we thank the prime sponsor of Kanme, Zenny Optical, now offering a brand new deal. You can unlock great deals to save off your next Zenny purchase with code Kanme at checkout. You can see that it scales up with each item purchased up to 25% with 3 items: sunglasses, frames, prescriptions, lenses, and more. Make sure you scan the code there on screen, the QR code on screen there, and go and claim with code Kanme. But if you are not the looking type, we might have something that is up your alley. I have not met a man who does not enjoy Okizeme coffee to wake up. If you are, like Zoma said last time, if you are in those 10 a.m. pools in CEO, you might want to pick up some Okizeme coffee at okizeme.coffee, and make sure you use code Kanme at checkout to get a bonus off of your order. And then on top of that, make sure that you visit the Kanme store. Scan the QR code on screen there. Get merch for all of your favorite characters for all your favorite games, from Tekken 8 all the way over to Granblue. You can see some of the designs made by the fantastic artists over at Kanme on screen there. Make sure you use code Kanme10 to get 10% off of your purchase. And then on top of that, make sure, if you are in the Albuquerque, New Mexico area, to sign up for Sandia Showdown, happening August 29th and August 30th, with a whole lineup of games. Some brand new games as well: Avatar Legends and Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls, the hot games on the block right now. And yeah, make sure that you sign up for that. It's going to be a great time. But if you're in the mood for something that is a little bit more Granblue focused, Zoma, what can they look forward to?
You look forward to August 26th, where the Contour #2 happens, with Kanme Online Clash hosting a GBVS World Tour 2-star event, official one. So if you enter, get top 8, those points will go towards your leaderboard standing for the tour and getting you closer to the Side Games Cup finals at the end of the tour calendar year. But definitely make sure to stay tuned for when the signups open up. So like I said, August 26th is when you should be marking your calendars for Contour #2. And you should also be marking your calendars for Fridays going forward, because Kanme is hosting an online weekly for Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls, added to the weekly rotation. It will be starting on August 21st. Again, every single Friday for the hottest fighting game hitting the streets currently. A lot of Twitter clips going around, a lot of discourse, a lot of Sage Jam videos on the topic. So make yourself a part of the good action in the comic pages, jumping off the screen. Kanme Studios putting it on for you every single Friday. And it's a little special this Friday because it's going to be part of, drumroll please, Kanme Week happening after we get back from CEO. Next week, we are going to be having a celebratory week of Kanme Esports. It's the first week they run 3 online events, starting with Monday the 17th. They're going to have Tekken with a $100 pop bonus. Wednesday, going to be Granblue. We know y'all like Granblue here. $200 pop bonus and free registration for SQXL. And then, of course, Friday, wrapping it up with $200 pop bonus and an Okizeme coffee company care package. And the bonus, top 3 of each game will also be getting a pair of Zenny glasses. So Kanme and their partners have teamed up to provide all of these great bonuses for the community. Enter next week for Tekken, Granblue, and Pokemon. And then finally, one more shout to the Matcherino for the gamers tonight. Appreciate them all for showing up, and appreciate all of you in chat for showing up as well. If you haven't claimed the code is remaining, please do so. Again, completely free. Just sign in, add 25 cents. Really just click a couple of buttons. 5 seconds is all it takes. Would really go a long way in supporting these players coming out here. They sacrifice their Wednesday nights for your viewing pleasure. We want them to make it feel worthwhile.
Yeah, exactly. And make sure that you're on the lookout for any future Kanme events for those Granblue challenges. We got the bounties up on the board there. As you can see, there's plenty of free challenges for any of our competitors that are on stream to claim. I believe we might have seen one a little bit earlier, but there's plenty of crazy ones out there. I got Death in my roster, a really great one. Win a set using 3 or more characters to get a Kanme and Zenny bag. It is a very difficult one to do, especially you got to be down in the beginning, but come all the way back using 3 or more characters. So a really, really fun one there. Everything is given to us by the community, all the ideas for those bounties, so make sure that you keep an eye out for those in the future. But for right now, it's about time that we wind down our Kanme Clash number 34. Zoma, thank you so much for joining me. Is there anything you want to plug before we hop off for tonight?
Yeah, definitely want to plug, first of all, play fighting games. Doesn't matter which one. Don't dump on other fighting games to put up your favorite one. All of them are cool. Whole genre's cool. Let's all have fun. But as far as things for me, go ahead and follow me at Samir Stills on Twitter and YouTube, where I have some Granblue content going on. Just put up a video about taking my first ever medal in the game. So definitely check that out if you are interested in the fighter's journey. But Varus, what you got going on?
Just the same socials as before, right? CD Varus on all platforms, including also YouTube if you are a Deadlock enjoyer. A very, very different cry, but definitely one that a lot of fighting game players enjoy. Make sure you go on and check the channel, CD Varus on YouTube. Uploaded a video actually today, so make sure you go and take a look at that. And CD Varus on Twitter if you want to see some Spiel art. This is all I post. This is everything that I post. It is all art of him. So if you are down with that vibe, make sure you follow me over there. But for tonight, this will be the last that you see of this beautiful mug and that beautiful mug down there. Hope you have a great rest of your night, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for Kanme Clash Online number 34. Have a good rest of your night and make sure you play your games and keep hydrated, all right? See y'all at CEO.